fucking piece of shit. Gay as fuck. Okay. Alright. Anyways. I ain't rewinding it. So far, for anybody who has not been on the stream, because this phone sucks fucking dick too. All right. He's gonna be talking about he's gonna be talking about the stupid shit. Look at that face, dude. Amazing. It better be up. I swear to God, dude. Okay. Test. Okay. Test. No, that's gonna echo. Amazing. Stupid. Okay, anyways. So, he's going to be debunking 7+ years of slander and lies about him. And he's going to be true and honest. Because right now, he's got this wave of positivity from his epic tweets that he made against Pro Jared, some fucking idiot on Twitter. So this idiot thinks he thinks he's hot shit right now. So that's what he thinks. All right? And he's going to be debunking like all the lies and all the slander that's about him, okay? And all the lies. But he's not really going to. He's just going to make up more bullshit. So, here we go.
Someone wanted to meet me in person and shake my hand and get an autograph. That, like, wow. It blows my mind. I don't think I've ever done anything that's warranted anyone to even want that, but it's true, right? Alexander Ross and Cheer, he says 913 viewers. The stream just started. Wow. See, I don't look at viewership. It's another thing. I don't look at viewership on the stream. So I have no idea how many people are on the stream right now. Chocolate Fuzz to me $5. And some of y'all need to take a few moments to realize how much joy DSP has brought to us and how sad it'll be the day that he's finally gone. It'll be a day when DSP is no more. It will be very sad. Some of you all need to think about that. Much love, DSP.
Yeah, no,
Chocolate
fuck you.
Fuzz. So that's G's. That's 5, 10, 14. Hold on. 15. That's about $20, I would say.
Wow.
So we'll say we're around $21 in tips. I apologize, I didn't necessarily add that.
The money's gonna be pouring in.
The video.
It's gonna be pouring in, dude. I'm gonna be making lots of money.
Resubscribe for 3 months. It says, what's up, big off. All right, here's the deal. We gotta get started, all right? I can do shout-outs all night. I love to do shout-outs all night to people who are being supportive, but I want to get started, all right? So first of all, ladies and gentlemen, all right, the one thing that I want to say is off limits here tonight, because this is very true, is things that is private information about other people.
Fuck it off limits, bullshit.
Oh my God, I have a secret behind the scenes dish on what happened with your ex-girlfriend. I can't do that.
I can't do that.
Because, sadly, that's private information. That's not just me. That's someone else, too.
Yeah.
I want information about your wife. Not doing it. Not doing it. That's
not doing it. I have standards, dude. I'll talk about my old buddies, Howard and Rambo.
Yes, sadly, the slander.
But I have standards.
Has come into my life with my personal relationships, my family, and everything. All this has been affected by these people who say nasty shit about me all the time.
Sure, whatever.
But what I will do tonight will directly address as much as I can without revealing personal information that would be risky or unfair to other people. Fair enough?
Worthless without Panda and
So the first thing we're going to start with, Styles K did 100-bit cheer, by the way.
Okay, great.
Styles K. The first thing I want to start with, all right, is looking at a long, long, long time ago.
Long
back before I ever live streamed, back before I ever did any direct capture, way back when. All right. I used to make racial jokes. Okay, I did. I used to make racial jokes. Now, racial jokes that I made, I used to call myself an equal opportunity offender. Meaning, I would make a joke about one culture or race and then another culture or race, but I would also make a joke about my own culture. You know, I'm Polish and Italian, and I would make those kind of jokes.
Oh, I knew he was gonna say that. I knew he was gonna fucking say that.
Over the years, they'll take clips out.
I knew he was gonna fucking say that. I used to make fun of my own racial status as a Polish person and an Italian.
Context of a playthrough and make one little. This is one joke Phil made.
Being Italian isn't a fucking race.
Racist he is, right? The bottom line is, and this is the truth of the matter, in my lifetime, I had more friends that were not white than white. Because I actually grew up in Bridgeport, Connecticut, which was a city that, as I was growing up, became more and more multicultural. My elementary school, my high school, always had a multicultural group. My best friend when I was growing up was Puerto Rican. I had African-American friends. I had friends from all different Asian cultures. Indian, Laotian. Oh man, what was Vanarak? Vietnamese. I've had friends of every nationality in my life, okay? But people will always take one little thing out of context or whatever and say that I'm a racist. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one of the biggest, and I will admit this to this, now I will publicly say this, one of the biggest mistakes that I actually feel that I made in my early career as a content creator is that I was making Nazi jokes. All right, they're not fun. Thumbs down, motherfucker. As you guys know, if you listen to him, is a very risque guy, and he does very risque.
Oh, is he trying to push the blame onto Rambo? Is that what I was hearing?
And he would say ridiculous things that would be over the top. And, oh my God! But the joke was that it's not a real Nazi; it's a guy impersonating a Nazi and personally doing.
Is he trying to push the blame onto somebody else?
Howard Stern is Jewish.
Howard Stern. So because Howard Stern is doing it, it's okay for somebody else to do it.
Nazi jokes in videos that I've done and stuff is not smart. It's dumb. It's incredibly fucking stupid. At least I'm proud to say I haven't made a joke like that in 9 years, okay? But people will still bring it up to this day and say that Phil is a racist and Phil is totally, he hates the Jews. Did you ever see that video that he made where he was playing?
I'm Polish, dude. It's okay.
And Isaac Himmler, the last remaining Nazi, and saying that because the Jews ran rampant across the universe, that they infected the whole universe with a necrovirus, and he wants to turn on the ovens and burn all the Jews. It actually happened. I'll always fess up to that. It's out there public on the internet. You can't hide it. It's something very incredibly stupid that I did. But it was actually a video based on the exact shtick that was done on the Howard Stern show. Some of the things I actually say in that video are literally
Howard Stern was
from
playing
the Howard
Dead
Stern
Space.
show, copy pasted into my video. Okay.
See, it's okay for him to say it because it was just a joke.
It was just a joke. It was a bit.
I don't think it is.
I guess we're doing dual commentary now.
Back then I was more mature. Like I said, I know Howard Stern and everything all being in line with that stuff. I used to think that stuff was fun.
Sue me.
All right. I don't think it is anymore. I've grown up. I've matured. I'm not that kind of person anymore. But at that time, I thought that it was funny. Now, here's the thing. That actually got me banned off of a website that was not YouTube. It got me banned off of a website called Blip.tv.
Blip.tv.
It's a business that existed back then.
Blip.
And what happened was, I had been doing YouTube videos from 2008 to 2010 as a hobby. I never made a dime doing it. I never monetized any videos. Well, I wanted to monetize my videos because I got laid off. I've been working at an office job for almost 5 years. I got laid off out of nowhere unexpectedly.
Wow.
And
we're getting the whole fucking history.
Out of the internet, people supported me. They loved my YouTube videos at that point and really wanted to see me succeed. Okay. And so what ended up happening was I went to Blip TV and I started uploading my videos there because on Blip you could monetize your gameplay videos. You couldn't do that on YouTube back then in 2010 unless you had a specialized partnership with a third-party company. So I went to Blip, and within 1 month of me uploading my gameplay videos to Blip, I was making good money. And actually, I was the second-ranked guy on the fucking website under the Nostalgia Critic. The Nostalgia Critic was #1. I was #2 within a month, which was pretty insane.
Yeah, insane.
But what ended up happening was I put out that video that Dead Space 2 demo video with that kind of jokes and commentary in it. And what happened was my trolls, which I've always had trolls. Even back then when I was white hot popular, I had trolls. My trolls staged a campaign which they later admitted publicly was a fake campaign. They mass emailed Blip TV pretending to be hundreds of upset people.
Hold on.
Saying,
Okay.
how dare you have someone on your site?
So this is probably one thing I really want to bring up because I think I did see this earlier on Twitter. He acts as though that the same the same trolling mentality that he has now was prevalent back in like 2007, 2008. When it's probably actually less, I would assume. That like, you know, oh, people are using blip bots to get my blip account banned. Blah blah blah. Something like that. Or whatever he's trying to say. 500 plus people were trying to say. He's trying to say 500 people. He's pulling that number out of his ass. Like, I don't think, and I think he knows this, is that the trolling element, the sociopathic criminal element that is around today was not around back then. It was just people fucking with the dude, and he thinks that Fred Fox was there doing gay ops back in 2007. Oh, Jackie Chan was over here fucking with my Blip account back in 2007. You know, Evil AJ, he fucked with my shit in 2007. Like, I think he thinks that the people that are fucking with him now or have fucked with him in the last 4 years or so were fucking with him back in 2007. Like, I'm drinking and I sound more fucking smart than this fuck. So you're bullshit. You're bullshitting, dude. You're bullshitting. You're full shit.
Who's making these kind of comedy, kind of commentary and stuff like that. Okay, and it sucks because, you know, they got me. You know,
They got me.
TV management saw these hundreds of complaints. Like, I've never seen anything like this before. They watched the video. They're like, okay, get rid of them, and they kicked me off the site. All right, it sucks.
You'll also notice. This is just a theory. This is a chinspiracy. All right. He doesn't rock back and forth when he's lying. He's not rocking back and forth like he normally does. Sure, he'll like lean over, still whining about Blip. Yes. Yeah, we're still on that part. He's not rocking back and forth like he normally does. Man, for God's sake, he was pretending to be not a Nazi killing space Jews. Yeah. Well, no, it was a bit, clown man. It was a comedy bit. Howard Stern did it. Howard Stern was playing Dead Space, the Dead Space demo, and he did it first. It's okay. It's all right. Well, why can't Phil do it? Why can't Phil do it? Huh? Are you racist against Italians?
The bottom line was, the thing I got banned for is pretty heinous. I agree, jokes about Nazis and shit is not funny. At that point in my life, 9 years ago, was very immature and thought that it was, and thought that I emulate Howard Stern, I should be alright. But obviously it's wrong.
It's not my fault.
Now,
I shouldn't get banned from Blip.
Come out and say, my God, that's so stupid, why did I do that? But that's something
It's okay if Phil's just fucking do this because it's in the past.
There was a rarity when I did stuff like that. That's why it was funny. And
That's why it
every
was
once in a while I would go out of control and do stuff like that. But now in the modern era, I can fess up to it and tell you guys I'm not like that anymore. I realize how stupid and dumb that shit was. You know, it's kind of similar to people say Phil used to always be over-sexualized. It's true. I used to be very over-sexualized when I was starting up videos on YouTube back in the day 10 years ago. It was all about getting that teen audience to watch you. So talking about the size of the tits on that girl and, you know, sex joke here and there, nipple.
What? 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 It's a... Oh my God, he is such a fucking boomer, dude. He was a boomer back then. Holy fuck. Oh yeah. what interests the teen demographics for my fucking Twitch, my YouTubes? Big titties, big titties. What? What? You are such a boomer, dude.
People here, all that stuff was very popular back then. But now I don't do it anymore. I phased it out of my content. It's hilarious that I now do video gameplays regularly every day on Twitch. And people in the stream chat will make sexual comments about things going on, and I don't. I ignore it.
Because your streams are boring as fuck, dude. They're boring.
Stay away from it.
Okay,
so, I feel that I changed for the better. My regular viewers tell me that I changed for the better, but yet there's still this slander out there that I'm still a racist and a sexist and I do all this nasty stuff.
You're homophobic.
Now,
though.
also going in line with going way back when, ladies and gentlemen, in 2012, I made public my relationship with a woman at that time who was my girlfriend. Okay, and she very much became a part of my content over a 5-year span that I was involved with this woman. She went by Panda Lee on the internet. That was her nickname or whatever.
Okay.
And
or
there's always been lies and slander and complete horrific nonsense.
Or whatever her name was. I don't remember. Phil's a little low. I can turn them up, I guess. Let me know how this is.
Regarding my relationship with Panda Lee,
feels a little
which
loud.
is horseshit. And the thing is, it's in my past. I mean, we
Let me
haven't
know if that's
been
loud
together
enough.
in over 2 years.
And
I
if you
now
can
have
still hear me.
married to a beautiful, lovely woman named Kat, and my life is great. But the thing is, people to this day still fucking bring up this bullshit. So tonight, for the first time
That's
ever,
good.
I'm
Now he
debunking this
mentions
bullshit.
her now. Oh,
All right?
now he's
the first
debunking
thing that
it.
everyone fucking says to me is that, Phil, you first met Panda Lee when she was underage. She was under the age of 18. When you first started talking to her, you were grooming her so that you would finally go out with her and all this shit. And all of that is
Grooming
complete
her?
and utter fucking bullshit nonsense. False.
Let me know how that
The
is.
truth of the matter is that back then, this was a different era, all right? It really was. It was a different era of YouTube.
This was a different era of YouTube. Are you... What? Hold on, go back.
Popular back then. But now I don't do it anymore. I phased it out of my content. It's hilarious. 5-year span that I was involved with this woman. She went by Panda Lee on the internet. That was her nickname or whatever. And there's always been lies and slander and complete horrific nonsense regarding my relationship
I got it at 60
with
right.
Panda Lee, which is horseshit. And the thing is, it's in my past. I mean, we haven't been together in over 2 years. I now have married to a beautiful, lovely woman named Kat, and my life is great. But the thing is, people to this day still fucking bring up this bullshit. So tonight, for the first time ever,
Did you just call her bullshit?
I'm debunking this bullshit. All right? The first thing that everyone fucking says to me is that, Phil, you first met Panda Lee when she was underage. She was under the age of 18. When you first started talking to her, you were grooming her so that you would finally go out with her and all this shit. And all of that is complete and utter fucking bullshit nonsense. False. The truth of the matter is that back then, this was a different era, all right?
Yeah, this was a different era. This was a different era. I like how a matter of like, I don't know, how long ago was it? How long did he say it was? I wasn't actually paying attention to the amount of time that has passed. Like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, was a different era. It was a completely different era. It was a completely different century, dude. Like, we're back here talking about, we're talking about like how Jews need to get cooked in ovens and being racists. It was a different era. It was a different time. It was a different time period. It was acceptable back then. It's like, you met Panda Lee, back then? Or it was a different era. It was a different era.
It really was. It was a different era of YouTube. And back then, people used to use YouTube private messaging. I don't even use that anymore. Sending me a private message on YouTube. I haven't even looked at a YouTube private message in a great better part of 5 years. I'm not even exaggerating. Okay. So
aren't you supposed to start your arguments with the strongest
a viewer private messaged me on my
Oh,
DSP gaming
she private
channel.
messaged me. I didn't
believe
private
the very
message
first
her.
date was
I believe
it
that
was
because
like-
I don't think
like
DSP knows how to talk
November
to females.
2011. November of 2011. Okay? And I didn't know who she was. Basically, she was just someone friendly, someone who I had talked to back and forth via messaging for about 2 months. And then after
I
that,
think
we
I
wanted to
messaged
start talking
her.
a little bit more, so we started texting each other. And, you know, it just grew from there. Then we dated on and off from the year of 2012, I say probably early to mid-2012, all the way through 2014, when eventually she moved in with me as we moved across the country out here to the state of Washington, and she lived with me from 2014 until early 2017 when we broke up, okay? And during that period of time, we had highs and lows, and one of the misconceptions that everyone tells me is that, oh, Phil, she was underage when you started talking to her and dating her and doing stuff with her behind the scenes, and you're a pedophile and all this crazy shit. It's all bullshit.
It's all
and
bullshit.
the thing is, if anyone actually had a fucking brain in their head who said this, they would do the math and figure it out. She's always made public her birthdays. She would do social media posts. Sometimes there were videos about her birthday. Like, this was a common thing that would happen, is that you would know that her birthday's in late August, and she was 18 years old the first time I ever even spoke to her in a YouTube message. I never knew her before when she was underage, and never even heard of her. It's ludicrous that people would just make this shit up and try to slander me and shit like that because they want to hurt me, basically. But no, the truth of the matter is, I never ever spoke with her until she was 18 years old. She messaged me, not in the other way, she messaged me on YouTube when she was 18, and we talked for months, and then eventually we started dating for a while until it got more serious years later, like I said, and then we moved in together in 2014. So,
Okay, sure. You're not a
you know, in
pedophile,
reality, it's the thing is, where's the evidence? There's no evidence of anything here of what any people have said about this because it doesn't exist. It's not true. You can look up publicly and find out what, you know, when her birthday is. That was always public information. And if you do the math, you see, well, you know, when we started dating, she was 18. When we moved in, she was 20. She turned 21 later that year. We celebrated her 21st birthday at a restaurant.
Wait.
So that would happen is that you would know that her birthday's in late August, and she was 18 years old the first time I ever even spoke to her in a YouTube message.
Okay.
I never knew her before when she was underage, and never even heard of her. It's ludicrous that people would just make this shit up and try to slander me and shit like
bobblehead.
that because they want to hurt me,
Booblehead,
basically.
actually.
But no, the truth of the matter is, I never
He never
spoke with her
spoke to her
until she was 18 years
until
old.
she was
She
18
messaged
years
me,
old.
Not in the other way. She messaged me on YouTube when she was 18,
I think I
and we
went too far
talked
back.
for months, and then eventually we started dating
Uh-huh.
for a while
Uh-huh.
until it got more serious years later, like I said, and then we moved in together in 2014.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, in reality,
It's,
the thing is, where's the evidence? There's no evidence of anything here of what
Uh-huh.
any people have said about this because it doesn't exist. It's not true. You can look up publicly and find out what, you know, when her birthday is. That was always public information. And if you do the math, you see, well, you know, when we started dating, she was 18.
when we started dating, she was 18.
When we moved in, she was 20. She turned 21 later that year. We celebrated
Okay.
her 21st birthday at a restaurant. She had a drink out for the first time. So it's ludicrous bullshit. Now,
It's
one thing
ludicrous
I will
bullshit.
publicly admit is that we had a very big age gap. I was roughly just under 11 years older than her. And
Roughly, just under 11 years older than her. Yeah, right.
honestly, at first, the relationship was great and it didn't work out. I honestly will tell you to this day because I think we were too much of an age gap apart. She had ideas of what she wanted to do with her life.
It's
and stuff
because
that
you're a
I-
fucking boomer and you don't do anything. You okay, dude, you legit told her to go get a fucking job because your job wasn't making you any fucking money. You fat fuck. And then she went to go do her job, and what probably happened was that she met somebody else and you got cucked, dude. You got fucking cucked. You got cucked. Ha! Fuck you. Fuck you. No, seriously, fuck you, dude. DSP is a ephiblophile. I don't even know how to fucking say that. A type of pedophile which prefers children in their late teens. Yeah, well, that age gap is fucked, dude. It really is fucked. Like, dude, she went to go to work because your job wasn't making you any money or whatever. Okay? And she met somebody else. She was probably talking to other coworkers, telling like, oh, Pan Lee, are you in a relationship right now? And she's like, yeah, kinda, not really, And they're like, oh, well, what does he do? I was like, oh, he just sits at home and plays fucking video games for his job. He does YouTube. He's not even good at playing video games. That's probably what happened, DSP.
I was far past that. I wanted to have a more settled life where we're just kind of.
I wanted to have a more settled life, not her. No, not the girl that I fake proposed to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I fake proposed to her after she fake said that I had got her an engagement ring because, yeah. And then she was still living with me while she was dating somebody else.
In a home, and it's an adult life. You work, you pay your bills, you go out every once in a while and have fun. While she was more the adventurous type, she wanted to constantly travel, and she wanted to do all shit that we couldn't do. I couldn't afford to do it.
He couldn't afford to do it. All right. I could totally believe this. She's younger than him. DSP is a fucking shut-in. All right? We all know this. We all know this. Darkside Phil is a shut-in. He doesn't want to go to a fucking Pearl Jam. I don't even know what Pearl Jam is. What is Pearl Jam? I don't want to go to a Pearl Jam concert. I'm not talking in a normal DSP voice. He's a shut-in, dude. And then one, she was meeting new people rather than being a fucking shut-in. And, yeah, and do you guys honestly think that Kat is going to try to drag this fat fucker off of his love seat, away from his job, to go hang out with Kat's friends? Probably not. Alright? Because this guy has a job to do. He's got a motherfucking job to do. He has to pay the bills. He has to do blah, 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 blah.
And we just grew apart over the years. And it's the bottom line is it didn't work out. I think mostly,
Wow. Yeah. You think Kat's like, and Kat's probably not even that type of person. She's, I just want to stay in the house all day from being from work. Because she's from fucking Michigan.
because of her age, the age difference. I think that's what it was, is that, having that big amount of an age gap. At first it was fun because we were dating, so she would come and visit me and we'd spend some time. Once in a while I would go and visit her. We'd go on these trips and stuff together and it worked out nice. But then when we finally started living together and we kind of realized maybe we weren't as compatible as we thought because we were such a big age gap, alright? And that's the truth of the matter. Behind all of that bullshit that people make up, okay?
There we go. I can see it now because it's closer to me.
Alright, let's continue, because I have a whole list here, alright? That's one of the things that people always fucking bring up. Alright. Alright. Let's be very clear about the very end of the relationship, because people basically made shit up completely about that.
Yeah,
let's hear about someone that. Dumped someone or did this or did that. First of all, what happened is none of anyone's fucking business.
Dude, okay, alright, okay. you know, yeah, it has nothing to do with my business or anything like that. But when you talk about this shit on stream, dude, you gotta realize this. DSP, you have said that, number one, at the very beginning when this first happened and this was first public, that it was mutual. You then said that she broke up with you. You then said that you broke up with her. You then went back to saying it was mutual again. And then you went back to saying it was you who broke up with her. Make up your fucking mind, and if you want to be a little fucking crybaby about it, or be a fucking man. Whoops.
Of the relationship, because people basically made shit up.
Not as compatible. He looked like he could be your father.
First of all, what happened is none of anyone's fucking business. And the bottom line is that myself and my ex never disclosed that information, and we never will. Because it's not
yeah, you have. You have. You fucking liar. Fuck you.
Anyone's fucking business. The truth of the matter behind everything that happened there. Alright? But there was a weird situation because we had already broken up in early 2017. Alright? We had already broken up. And when we had broken up, we didn't make it public because we didn't want drama. We knew if we made it public after being together for almost 5 years that it was going to cause monstrous drama and people were going to be all up in our shit and try, keep in mind, over the years, I've been swatted. Our family members had been swatted. People would only live with...
I have been swatted. She wasn't. Why... Our family members have been swatted. Like, didn't he... He's making up shit now. He's making up fucking bullshit. Didn't he originally say when that whole thing was going down that they got swatted, her parents got swatted? I don't think he ever said anything about his parents getting swatted. I don't remember that.
With me and my ex have been swatted as a result of just being related to us. So we were like, there's no way that we could disclose that we're breaking up because they'll probably be trying to find out moving arrangements of where she's moving and all kinds of...
Yeah, totally. Well, now we know. And people... I think people know her social media account or something like that. Some people do, but they haven't really disclosed that information or anything like that. So, nobody wants to fuck with Pandalee anymore. Because she's actually, I don't know, improved herself by getting the fuck out of your house. I think he said her dad. Yeah, he said that her dad was swatted. He never said anything about his parents being swatted or anything like that. So he's full dog shit. And for some fuck all reason. Fuck. Ah. Oh, that's why. Oh, no, that's not why. Hold on. Give me a second. This is dumb. Yeah. Fuck you. Okay. Yeah. Where'd my mouse go? Here it is. Yeah, so he...
fucked up shit, okay?
Fucked up
so we didn't announce when we broke up. We purposely didn't to keep it hidden.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want people to be fucking around with our lives, alright? But there was one particular day when I was streaming, I believe I was doing like a podcast, and I get a call, alright? The call is from my ex's job saying, your ex, had a medical issue, and we need you to come pick her up. And I'm like, well, first of all, she's my ex. We don't go out anymore.
But she's still in the same fucking house. She has you... DSP... This is DSP not understanding how emergency phone calls work in a job. Obviously, she had him written down as an emergency contact in case something happened at her job and they needed to get a hold of somebody who knew her. He was on that emergency contact list. So he didn't know that when he told her to get the fucking job. And then he gets a call and he's like, "Well, she's my ex. I'm not gonna go pick her up from work. She's my ex." Did he ever play Phoenix Wright, or did he just do this? No, I think he did an impromptu stream and just did this instead, because he was riding off the coattails of his epic pro Jared tweets. So amazing, right?
So why am I getting this call? So apparently there was no one else. None of her friends wanted to help her or whatever. I don't know.
You are down as an emergency contact. You
Know the deal.
I already said it. He is put down as an emergency contact. He has no clue. It's like he has no job experience at all. Did they not do this in 1492? Play, you stupid ass. Well, now I have to click over here and click on it. Fuck. Really? Really?
I don't know the truth of the matter behind the scenes at all, okay? At that point, my ex was in the process of moving out of the house. Like, she had some of her stuff out already, and she was staying somewhere else temporarily, but she was kind of half in, half out at this time.
Okay.
So I was like, well, I guess I'll do the nice thing.
That still doesn't change the fact that you were put down as an emergency contact.
I'll be the nice guy. I'll go and get her and figure out what the hell's going on. By the time that I had gotten to...
So he lied again. He lied again. You remember the infamous hospital story that Darkside Phil told? That was weird. So she was half in the house and half not in the house. She was half moved out. She was living with somebody else, as we are told from this lying piece of shit. So back during the hospital video, he's like freaking out, huh, how are we gonna pay this? They already gave you the bill? How are we gonna pay this? Like, dude, I'll pull it up right fucking now. If the mouse would come over here. Hold on. I'll pull it up right now. DSP hospital story. There we go.
Are you in pain? No, that's good. You're still having anxiety? No, that's good. Okay. They gave you some drugs, right? Yeah, okay, that's why you're calm, that's why you're woozy, it's because you're on the drugs. So here's 2 pieces of paper explaining what anxiety attacks are. Have you ever had an anxiety? And there's this area here that says 3 whole hours. Finally, who comes in the room? The doctor, right? The doctor comes in and says, oh, wow! Whoop! Go up, and the nurse will be able to tell you what's going on.
Oh.
Okay. So then, I go back to the room. I tell the analyst, you're going to have to buzz to find out what the hell's going on here. So she buzzes, and we wait. About 5 minutes. It wasn't too bad. Nurse comes in. Woman, she says, what's wrong? She got drugs. She was woozy or whatever. So I sat there with her, and I'm not even kidding. We're sitting there waiting. I said, well, what are we waiting for? And she says, I guess they told me that there's going to be a finance, how to pay. Finance. I'm like, you're in the emergency room. You're like, They already gave you a way to pay the bill? And I'm looking...
He's like freaking out. He's freaking out about how, they already have you a way to pay the bill? They pay the bill?
Looking at it, like, imagine if you were here and you had your arm chopped off and your arm is fucking splurting blood.
So, he never said, okay, I guess that's right. He never said that they had to pay the bill. But him disclosing this information, not disclosing this information correctly, you know, that's the problem with DSP, was that he has to be a fucking snake about it. And a dumb fuck. He's like, well, you already did pay the bill? Did pay the bill?
Before they start suturing it, do they hand you the payment brochure first just to be sure you could fucking pay? I couldn't believe it. I was like, if that was me, and I was sitting in an emergency room, I'd be fucking offended that they would hand me this up front like that. Seriously, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here with this. I'm insulted that you hand me a payment fucking plan already. I mean, this is ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. Okay, I couldn't believe it. So we wait there. How long? Now let's see.
He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. Which still, dude, I swear, he said something about paying some fucking hospital bill or having to pay some hospital bill. I swear to God, he said something like that. He might have. He might have said something after that video.
Her job, I had to pay for an Uber and everything. By the time that I got to her job, she was already at the hospital. So I took the car, because by the way, I was still letting her drive my car, despite the fact that we were broken up. She was still driving my car. I was that nice of a guy. I go to the hospital to find...
I was that nice of a guy. Dude, you got cucked. He got cucked. Holy shit, dude. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm just that nice of a guy. I'm gonna let my ex-girlfriend, who's, you know, already moving in with somebody else, drive my car. And... Wow, DSP.
Find out what the hell's actually going on, and I guess she had a panic attack. Now, this is all public information. We talked about it 2 years ago. I'm not revealing anything that hasn't already been revealed, all right? Apparently, she had a panic attack, and it was probably in regards to the fact that not only was she stressed out at work, but we had broken up. Other things, you know, all these factors had come into play.
But she's already moving in with somebody else, Phil. Why? Like, work and us breaking up, it was just that stressful for her, you know? You know, like, yeah. It was mutual.
And, you know, when I showed up, essentially what happened was nothing. We sat in a fucking room, a hospital room, for 2.5 hours doing absolutely nothing. I said, is there a doctor fucking coming? Is there anyone coming? And every time I asked, I was brushed off very rudely by hospital staff. Just go sit down. Someone's coming. So we sat there and waited for almost 3 hours, you know, waiting. Someone finally showed up, and all they did was told basic information about if you're being stressed and if you're not feeling well, you know, and you have a panic attack, you should talk to someone, maybe see a psychiatrist or, you know, all this kind of crazy shit like that. And
crazy shit? What? Crazy shit? What are you talking about? All this crazy nonsense. Going to see a doctor for you know, panic attacks and therapists and shit. Crazy. That's crazy talk.
What happened was, when the ambulance went to her job or whatever to pick her up, they'd given her some kind of a pill. I don't even know what it was. Was it an antidepressant? Was it, I don't even know, because I'm not involved anymore. You know, she's my ex. I don't know any of the ins and outs of what the fuck's really going on, right? I don't know anything. But anyway, she was all zonked out because she had been given medication. So finally, after sitting in this hospital room for almost 3 hours, they told you can go now. Gee, thanks. So let me get this straight. You
Is that her boyfriend?
To her job. You gave her a single pill. You drove her to the hospital, have her sit in a room for 3 hours, and now I'm driving her away. And you're probably going to charge her thousands of dollars for this too, right? Now the thing is, again, we had been broken up and it wasn't publicly disclosed. So I couldn't tell all you guys that this was things that I was upset about because she was going to get billed for it. I knew she was going to get completely ripped off for this whole hospital stay. That's what I was angry about at the time.
that's what he was angry about at the time.
But I couldn't disclose that to you guys because I was talking about like like we're gonna get billed. In reality, it's all on her.
So you lied about it. He just admitted he lied about it. He's making shit up. I didn't even have to go back into the video. He just incriminated himself. Amazing. If they were broken up, why was she using his car then? Because he's a cuck. He's a fucking cuck. Yeah, and he just incriminated himself. You just lied. You admitted you lied back then. We're gonna get billed, all for that fucking dough. All for that precious pity bucks. Amazing. I'm one of the most honest guys out there. Incredible.
And she has a job. She works at a job where I know it's going to be hard for her to pay thousands of dollars of bills for a hospital stay and shit. Okay. So all that being said, all right, when I came back home, she was all zonked out or whatever, and she's like, you're going to go on your stream now and tell everyone about the story, right? I was like, of course I am, as long as it's okay with you. And she was like, yeah, go ahead. So
she was all zonked out, and she's like, well, now you're going to go tell everybody. Hold on, I got to listen to that again. That's just... Okay, he said that she was zonked out, but I believe that Leanna knows from living with the fucking dude that she knows he's gonna go talk about it.
All right, when I came back home, she was all zonked out
or whatever. I guess you can use the word zonk to your own initiative. She was all zonked out. I don't know if that's like drugged out or, like woozy. She was zonked though. She was real zonked, dude.
Whatever, and she's like, you're gonna go on your stream now and tell everyone about the story, right? I was like,
you're gonna go tell... Like, I can picture this in my head because he doesn't know how fucking human interaction works. So he's probably making it sound completely fucking different. I'm gonna assume she's just being totally fucking sarcastic about the fact that, And then she's zonked out, so...
Of course I am, as long as it's okay with you. And she was like, yeah, go ahead. So I did. I came back, I did a stream where I...
Yeah, I have a feeling she was totally sarcastic about that. And Phil's like... Phil's hearing it that way, and then he goes and talks about it. It's like the whole fucking John Rambo, text thing again. There's certain stuff, there are certain things that you should talk about, and certain things which has nothing to fucking do with your YouTube content, your video game content, or anything like that. This is the same shit we've been saying for years, which is why he shouldn't have talked about it to begin with. It's none of our fucking business. He even says, oh, it's none of your fucking business. But I'm gonna talk about it anyway, because I'm a dumb motherfucker. Then don't talk about it, dude.
You guys. So basically the story ins and outs, only I had to spin it to not let you know that we were already broken up.
So I had... Wow. Amazing. I had to spin it into a lie to lie to people in order to make it sound like we had not broken up? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a shit if you guys had broken up or didn't break up or whatever? Who gives a fuck? He lies about stupid little things. And then he'll come back and then he'll admit the truth. He'll completely change the story to whether it's true or another fucking lie. I don't care. Why is this something you have to lie about? Huh? Why do you have to fucking lie about it? It's not something you gotta lie about, dude. Seriously. I think this is his ego and pride, taking place. He didn't want to... This is his ego and pride taking place. Back then, when this was going on, I don't think he wanted to admit that they had broken up or anything like that. Because why? It's the same reason why he doesn't want to admit defeat. Because, if I admit defeat, then those little motherfuckers win, alright? And I'm not gonna stop them being the trolls. So he's got this problem where he can't be proven wrong. He can't be proven wrong. He can't be humiliated. He can't do any of that because then it proves that he's a fucking idiot. He's a tool. He's a fucking loser. Do something about it.
Okay.
Stop lying about stupid shit.
Okay. And then it was actually over the course of the next week or two that she moved all her stuff out, and that was the end of our relationship. That was it. And all I saw on the internet was slander. Phil, without permission, went online and disclosed a medical issue with his girlfriend / fiance.
I don't care. Like I said, it's not something you need to talk about. Yeah. Go right ahead, dude. This is not something you needed to talk about. That's what I said back then. I don't care if it was a lie. I don't care if it was true. It's not something you really need to fucking talk about, Phil. Like I said, same thing with the fucking Rambo text. It's not something you need to talk about.
At the time we were supposedly engaged, even though we had broken up. People thought we were
This
still engaged.
is behind the scenes stuff.
And he gave all her medical history to everyone on the internet, and then said that he's not giving permission for her to ever have an ambulance come and pick her up ever again, that from now on, no one should ever call the emergency line, but instead they should just hand her a pill and leave her alone. What the...
Now him bringing that up, that going back into the story, I'm trying to think. I don't even have that video still open, do I? No, I'm not going to go back to it, I don't think. He did say something to the fact where he's like, oh, well, they don't need to bring her an ambulance for this, for her panic attacks or whatever, or anything like that. They don't need, just give her a pill and just leave her there. And I'm like, okay. That's so weird. And this all goes back to the fact that he thinks, oh, well, she's going to get ripped off and blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Well, this is the problem, Phil. This is the problem. Is where you're lying about stupid shit and you got to spin your story to make yourself look better. And then you come back and you say something else and then it just doesn't make any fucking sense why you lied about it to begin with. See, you wouldn't have had this problem if you just told people that you guys weren't together. Alright? Right? You wouldn't have had the problem where people are saying this, where it's like, oh, well, he says just leave her there and give her a pill and blah, blah, blah. Well, you did say that. But the problem was that you did not disclose that you guys weren't dating, and you lied about it, and you spun a fucking sob story in order to get more money, because that's what it was. And now we're here. And you're admitting the truth. Or what you think is the truth.
The fuck? Where did you get that from?
From your video.
The story that I told.
Okay. Fine. Fine, Phil. Fine, I will do it.
So how long? No, let's see. How long did we wait? Issues, or maybe something happened at work in particular that you can talk through that can help you so that you can get. I said counselor. I thought they were going to have like an actual psychiatrist or counselor come in and talk. And let's talk. Maybe I can talk it out and help you with some of your stress, your issues, or maybe something happened at work in particular that you can talk through that can help you so that you can get that stress relieved and it doesn't happen again. That was the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life. That woman could have been anyone. That woman could have been the fucking janitor that just walked in. Who knows? Because she had no knowledge besides what she had on a piece of paper. And by the way, the article, and this is not even an exaggeration.
This is not even an exaggeration.
The article they brought in about anxiety was from 1996. A 21-year-old outdated article from the Mayo Clinic about anxiety.
The Mayo Clinic? This isn't even the part.
And this is not, I've ever seen talking.
Where the fuck is it? It's in this video. I know it is.
Handed her the pill and said $80 for the pill or whatever. But
here it is, right here.
Nothing whatsoever useful was done.
Right here. Here it is.
Go.
I think I just skipped over.
In over 3 hours, the drug that they gave her to help her was an hour earlier. That's American healthcare. Now, by the way, I guarantee you, we don't know what the bill is because we don't have it yet. They're going to mail it, obviously.
We don't have the bill
I guarantee you
yet.
It's going to be like $1,000. I'm not even exaggerating. I guarantee you that bill's going to fucking show up, and it's going to be anywhere between $500 to $1,000. I guarantee it.
Look at him walking back and forth
She
on
actually
the
is
fucking
covered in
road.
insurance because she's already under the plan of her mother. That was one of the things that Obamacare actually helped with, is that it allows people who are young enough to be covered up to the age of 26 under the health insurance plan of their parents. So she's still covered under her mother. But I guarantee you, we're going to get a giant bill in the mail for nothing, for a pill. Where they could have just handed her the pill and said $80 for the pill or whatever. But instead they had to bring her to the fucking hospital and they did nothing. They literally did nothing to help her.
Right there. He said it. Just give her a pill, take $80 from her, and just leave her there.
And now she's going to get a giant bill. So there you go. Isn't that a great story, ladies and gentlemen?
Isn't that a great story, ladies and gentlemen? He fucking said it. He said that. I swear, he probably said something else later on.
Like, that's not even close to what happened. Alright? I was concerned that here's someone who I'm already broken up with. I went out of my way to help her. I didn't have to. We weren't together anymore.
You probably should.
But I'm out of my fucking way to go help her. Alright.
Wow. I went out of my fucking way. I had to end my stream to go help some fucking bimbo? What the fuck?
Right? And I basically get slammed for having my concerns over her financial well-being because I know she's going to get a giant bill from the hospital, and they didn't do anything. They literally didn't do a fucking thing for her besides hand her a pill at the store where she had her fucking panic attack. It's preposterous. Now, the other thing is, people saying, oh, well, that's all well and good, but, you didn't have permission to do that.
You don't need to talk about it.
Well, then why, when I was here on my stream talking about it publicly, was she on her social media posting up, don't worry everyone, I'm okay? There's a picture of her with her
because you were talking about it.
Hospital bracelet on. Don't worry everyone, I'm okay. Because it was okay. Because there was always permission given, but people are fucking assholes.
But people are fucking assholes. Because she knew you were going to talk about it. So, instead of just being quiet about it on her social media, she posted something about it, making sure people, her fans, knew that she was okay.
Seriously, they just make shit up.
They
make shit up to perfectly hurt me. Alright, to make
perfectly
me
hurt
look bad. Alright. So.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So, just so you guys know, I have a list. I actually have a list of...
I have a list? Yeah, you said that 3 times.
Things that are common misconceptions that people slander about me.
Yeah.
Demanded she never go to a hospital ever again. Instead, they just give her a pill and leave her where they found her.
That's what you said.
How could I have made that demand when we were broken up? I had no control over anything with her. Like I said, we had talked about it on the way home, how preposterous it was that they took her to the hospital, right? And now they're going to charge her thousands of dollars, and they literally did nothing. A doctor didn't even come to fucking see her. A counselor came in the room instead.
He's so mad about this still.
Unreal. Like, you can't have a panic attack because of a major medical issue. You could. literally did nothing. A doctor didn't even come to fucking see her. A counselor came in the room instead. Unreal. Like, you can't have a panic attack because of a major medical issue. You could, but they didn't even bother checking.
Wow.
Anyway, that's just one of the things, alright? So,
Whatever.
no, in regards to my ex, we're moving on from my ex now, thank God. She was never underage when I ever even spoke to her. She was always 18 or older. Yes, we were about 10 to 11 years apart in age. And yes, I do feel that that actually was an issue that in the long term, once we moved in together, we realized was an issue we didn't really know beforehand. And we just weren't compatible because of it in the long term. No, I didn't ever disclose any medical information without permission. No, none of this shit ever happened. It's complete bullshit.
Bullshit.
And the evidence has always been on the internet.
Yep.
But people don't want to look at the evidence. They just want to listen to the slander. Okay? Alright.
Well, we just
Now
watched the
moving on.
video, so.
Alright. Let's talk a little bit
Yeah,
about
animation and-
Project 7.
Oh, here we go. Yay! Yay! Woo! Now, it's probably going to be about old Project 7, unfortunately. He's not going to talk about taking $1,000 from his fans to fund Project 7 and not going through with it.
Because I hate to tell you guys
Right.
this, but I've already addressed this before.
Uh-huh.
Project 7 was in the whole gamut of the time that I did stuff for YouTube. Project 7 was the one time when I said, I want to do something not by myself, but collaborate with other talented people. And I want to make something that's not related to video games, not
What?
something not by myself, but collaborate with other talented people. And I want to make something that's not related to video games.
What? He wants to make something not related to video games? You did amazing. That was an amazing job, Phil. You sure did make something that was not related to video games in any way. In any way.
Not related to any kind of content like that whatsoever. Instead, what I want is to do a creative series. And so I teamed up with my then co-op partner, John Rambo, as well as our colleague. He's sometimes a co-op partner, but most of you knew him
Colleague.
from playing Street Fighter, Howard, as well as teaming up with Howard's friends, one of which was his cousin, in a group called Respect the Pack, and we made this show called Project 7. Now, it was a lot of work and a lot of time. There's a lot of writing and drama and all kinds of stuff
A
involved.
lot of writing, a lot of drama. It was on the level of Game of Thrones. It was Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones was even Game of Thrones.
Behind the scenes, as always, whenever you're doing a big creative project like this, all right? But from what I've heard is that people say, to this day, say, well, Phil scammed his friends, or he ripped off his friends and never paid them for anything, and that's why they hate him to this day. Bullshit.
Yeah, well, bullshit. You can go watch Howard and Rambo's video about why they don't like Phil anymore and why they're not friends with Phil anymore. One is the loneliest number, all right? That's all I'm going to say. You only got this guy, and then you got two other people who worked with this guy talking about how much of a piece of shit he is.
That's complete and utter fucking bullshit. All right. First of all, John Rambo. He and I had a long-standing work relationship outside of Project 7, where he would come and do.
It was just work. He was just a coworker. He wasn't his friend. He was just making money with him. He was just a coworker. Well, he wasn't really making money with him. He was just a coworker.
The Smart Guys Wrestling Podcast with me once a week, and then we would do some kind of gameplay together, co-op gameplay, whether it was co-op commentary or co-op, a game that was co-op, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I will now tell you guys, he was handsomely paid. Gameplay, whether it was co-op commentary.
He was handsomely paid. Handsomely paid. Is he really reading Dragon Killer's list? I have no fucking clue. He was handsomely paid for all the work he did. John literally said that all John asked for was for food, for him to cover the cost of food and travel expenses for him. All right? And probably, like, I don't know, like maybe a hotel room or something like that. Or not a hotel room, but some sort of board and room service for John when he would come over. Because John lives farther away from Phil. So he literally asked for food costs, for food stuff, food money or whatever, and gas money. Believable. Totally believable. But no, he was handsomely paid.
Or co-op, game that was co-op, whatever it may be. I will now tell you guys.
I will now tell you guys. Right now, because I gotta clear the air up, and
he was handsomely paid for all of that stuff. When we first started, he got paid 50% of everything that we made money on. He made he got half of what I made. So every Saturday, John comes over. If we made a ridiculous amount of money on what we did that day, he got half. Okay? That's just me being very transparent here. He always got half. I felt that was fair. Even though,
and I want to say Rainbow did say that he got half. So, but handsomely paid on YouTube sounds too good to be true.
Now you can say, oh, well, Phil should make more because he's the YouTuber and he's the one who's putting the content up and doing the uploading work, and he's the one who has the internet presence and all of that. I didn't care. I wanted him to make half because I cared that much about him being my friend and coming and doing this fun, creative stuff to get.
Okay, here. John said he would get $50, then forced Phil to give him 50% of what he made off the videos.
Together, and I wanted him to financially have some help and stuff, so I gave him half. All right. Now, sadly, what ended up happening was later on,
he got greedy.
My relationship with Machinima, my old YouTube partnership company, they started refusing to even give me stats on how much money I was making on my videos. That's how bad Machinima got near the end. They wouldn't even fucking
near the end. What? Thanks for the quality stream. Oh, it's amazing quality. I know, right? It's the best quality I can get. Okay.
Relationship with Machinima, my old YouTube partnership company, they started refusing to even give me stats on how much money I was making on my videos. That's how bad Machinima got near the end. They wouldn't even fucking come. All right.
They wouldn't even fucking come.
Right? And say, all right, here's how much money you made this month on each video. They wouldn't even give me that data. They'd say it's not available anymore. So then what John and I did is we would say, okay, let's figure out together a fair amount of money for you to come do this every week. We can't figure out the actual
that sounds like a lie.
Half anymore. It's not even possible to figure it out.
That sounds fishy as fuck, dude. It sounds fishy as fuck. It sounds worse.
Instead, let's just say, okay, let's make an arrangement where every time you come visit and we do this co-op work together, I'll pay you this amount of money. And that's what we...
So this is probably where you get the gas money and the food money, all right?
Did probably for the last 2 years that we did co-op, we had to do it that way. So like...
We had to do it that way. There's no way to tell how much money I was making on my videos. Except when I don't know, went out and got a BMW.
The first 2 years, he was making half, and the second 2 years, he was making a negotiated amount that he wanted. This was his idea, his amount that he wanted to make, okay? So, there you go. In regards to that. And by the way, I don't think that John ever publicly said anything like, I never paid him or anything. That's bullshit. Like, John himself never said that.
No, but he said... See, I haven't seen that video in a while, so... I'm probably paraphrasing, but I'm sure he did say something about gas money and food money and all, blah, blah, blah. And that you guys talked about 50%. But then later on, you were trying to say exactly what you're trying to say, and then you went out and bought a fucking BMW.
And by the way, I don't think that John ever publicly said anything like, I never paid him or anything. That's bullshit. Like, John himself never said that. He never said that Phil never paid me for the work. I think John was always upfront and honest. He never said how much, but he always was very honest about it, okay? So I don't understand why people to this day will say that I've ripped off my friends and I didn't pay them. Now, in regards to Project 7, all right, which is the one thing that honestly, didn't go right, and people can say, okay, well, people didn't get paid or whatever. Up front, we had meetings. 2 of them, not one, 2 fucking meetings. Up front, before we even started production of Project 7. On making money on it. And it was going to be that I was going to make the ad revenue on the videos, but we were going to try to sell the Project 7 t-shirts, and whatever we sold, we would get an equal cut, depending on who financed them and who...
Yeah, let's make some money off of some dumb fucking t-shirts.
Financed them, me and Howard. We were the...
That is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So you're okay. This is what doesn't make sense. You're willing to negotiate with Rambo on how much money he can make per video. All right, 50%. All right, but then magically Machinima has no numbers for you. And then you got Howard coming on. You got Respect the Pack coming on to make Project 7.
2 people who financed them in the end, because we had to make those t-shirts up front before we could actually sell them. It wasn't like today on Teespring where you could just have them be made on the fly. Instead, back then that didn't even exist. There was nothing like Teespring. You had to make the t-shirts early, pay for them up front, and sell them.
So what I'm assuming, because I know what he's gonna say later on, is that he still have Project 7 shirts. I thought you sold all of them. Oh, he didn't sell all of them. He still has all the Death Face ones. So what I'm going to assume is that he went and made a shit ton of t-shirts and didn't sell enough, so he still has all these t-shirts that he bought and was expecting to sell, and he never did. Instead of, I don't know, doing it after the series got popular,
And we had plans to go to conventions and sell them and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
Respect the Pack didn't want any money at all. I had asked them up front, what do you guys want out of this? And they said, we want exposure. We want our channels on YouTube to get exposure as a result of working on the project with you. And that,
which is what used to happen. It used to be channels would collab with other channels, and you would get exposure for it. It doesn't work that way now, but still, once again, you negotiate with Rambo on how much money, he can make on a video, but you won't, So, they didn't want to get paid to begin with.
And then, the one thing that we all collectively agreed on was that we were going to eventually, when we finish the series, make a DVD set and try to sell that and make big money on that, because...
Make big money on that? Wow.
That could be a really cool collectible that viewers want, is a DVD set where we could, who knows what the production cost is, $10, we could sell it for $20, $25, and sell that and make big money on that, because that could be a really cool collectible that viewers want, is a DVD set where we could, who knows what the production...
Dude, even back then, people could go on YouTube and just rip the videos off and just put it on a fucking DVD. Phil, come on. It's on YouTube. Like, he legit wanted to be the AVGN. Your stuff's not that good.
Production cost is $10, we could sell it for $20, $25, and then we would split all that amongst all of us as profit. And this would be, if it was successful, the first of future collaborations where we could do other projects and explode out there and do spin-offs and all kinds of stuff. And I was totally okay with that. All right. And that was all what our plans were up front. There was never discussion that people were going to get paid based on how the videos performed on YouTube. There was never discussion about how much money anyone's investing in the series. There was never discussion about anyone getting a paycheck out of it. Ever. It never happened. Okay? Now, I guess the one mistake that I made is I was the one who everything was on the line. I was the one with the YouTube channel that was big. I was the one who ultimately, if things went wrong, was going to get the flack for it, right? So what I probably should have done, I'll tell you right now, if I ever do something like this again, I know to do it, is I will have a fucking contract drawn up
in cred,
a legal contract, all right, by which, if I'm going to have a business arrangement in the future, I know everyone signs it and it's in writing, so these guys can't come back years later and make stuff up and say, oh, Phil never paid us and none of that. You never said you wanted money. Our agreement was there was no payment to come.
It's like he wants to be Vince McMahon. He wants to be Donald Trump. He said the same thing after the copyright strike. Well, next time, after this, I'm just gonna have people make sure they have contracts. I have contracts with people for making fan art. That never happened.
In fact, and this is the truth of the matter, people very, very much overestimated the amount of money that Project 7 ever made.
You
wanted money. Our agreement was there was no payment.
You overestimated.
In fact, and this is the truth of the matter, people very, very much overestimated the amount of money that Project 7 ever made. If you look at the Project 7 videos themselves, I think the highest viewed one ever was like at that time like 180,000 views. In reality, I probably made $300 on that video.
$300 from that video. Wow. No, that's not a lot. It's not a lot. They didn't make that much money. Well, why did you make all these fucking t-shirts for it? If it wasn't as popular as you thought it was going to be. And I know this is hindsight, but this is why you wait to make t-shirts for something.
That's it. 180,000 views.
That's like making band t-shirts before you have a band.
You know, it doesn't equate to a lot of money. Take $300 or $300 on a video like that. And so if you add it up, okay, Project 7 had 4 episodes plus a few trailers or whatever. What did I make? Like $1,000 on the whole thing? Well, guess what? I spent more money myself on Project 7 than I ever made because I bought all the prop guns, the replicas, those guns you saw in the video.
Which was your problem.
Videos that were hundreds of dollars.
All those statues that I have, they're all props.
Props. I bought all those. I bought games and supplies and things. I was buying supplies.
He's buying Atari games and all these old games, so he looks like AVGN.
For the shoot and everything. Like, I was the one financing the whole thing. So I spent more money than I ever made on Project 7. There was no profit. It was not a profitable thing at all. In fact, it was a loss. The t-shirts that we had, all right, the t-shirts that we had bought to sell, we didn't sell half of them. So I spent more money on the t-shirts than I ever made. And the funny part about the whole thing is Howard apparently is so angry at me because we invested money in these shirts and he never got paid for the shirts. Dude, I still have half of them in the fucking house. We didn't sell them. If you don't sell it, there's...
Wait.
Shirts that we had bought made on Project 7, there was no profit. It was not a profitable thing at all. In fact, it was a loss. The t-shirts that we had, all right, the t-shirts that we had bought to sell, we didn't sell half of them.
They didn't sell half of them, but they sold... I think he said he's gotten rid of all the ones that have Rambo himself and Howard all on the shirt. All he has is the Death Face shirts.
So I spent more money on the t-shirts than I ever made. And the funny part about the whole thing is Howard apparently is so angry at me because we invested money in these shirts and he never got paid for the shirts. Dude, I still have half of them in the fucking house. We didn't sell them.
Well, where are they? Like, you just a few years ago you just got rid of the last Project 7 shirt with Rambo and Howard and yourself all on it. Did they get money from that? No. Oh, I thought that was the deal. You make the series, make the money off the merchandise, split the money. Thought that was the deal. Guess not. I guess that was a lie.
If you don't sell it, there's no profit to fucking pay it off. I never got my money back for the shirt, so why should you?
Ha!
That was what you call it.
Well, I never got money, but, fuck you. You're not getting anybody either. Well, you did get money off of it.
A bad investment. We put money into something that didn't sell.
You put money into something that didn't sell.
The series got canceled because your friends in Respect the Pack decided not to continue with the series because they weren't getting the exposure that they wanted. So they had sour grapes about putting so much work into the series and not getting the exposure they wanted. Oops, we had already agreed with Phil that we weren't going to take any money, so they just quit, and then we couldn't sell shirts anymore.
We couldn't sell shirts because, they were gone. They were the one making the shirts.
It's my fault, so now I'm supposed to give all Howard's money back that he invested into these shirts, even though I didn't make my money back. So I'm going to take not only a loss for the investment, but now I'm going to pay him his money back and lose a double investment. You see what I mean? This is insanity. But this is how I guess these guys were thinking. They thought that
he said he has less than 10. He has less than 10 shirts left, and all of them, coincidentally, are all the Death Face shirts. Like he said,
Project 7 was going to be some giant cash cow that was going to get them rich and famous or something. I don't fucking know.
You thought that was what?
No, but for anyone to come at me and say that I did anything dishonest, when in reality, I was the most upfront fucking guy possible in that whole situation. We purposely had meetings before we ever did a lick of work to make sure we were all on the same page about it. And as I've told you guys many times over the years, it was all passive-aggressive shit. Respect the Pack never came out and was honest with me of why they quit the show. Howard over the years became more disgruntled and didn't really want to be in my content anymore and wouldn't really explain why.
Well, he did explain why. And it's not even about your fucking Project 7 shit. It has to do with you talking about people that have passed away. He legit said this. I remember. I saw this video on Twitter. Somebody posted a clip of Howard talking about somebody they knew who had passed away. And he texts Phil because Phil knows this person. And he's like, letting you know that so-and-so passed away. And what does Phil do? Phil doesn't message him back. And he just goes on his fucking live stream or whatever video or something like that and talks about it and makes money off of it. I wonder why my friend is really disgruntled at me.
And it didn't come out until a video made randomly in 2015.
Made randomly, by the way.
A year after I moved out of Connecticut. Oh, well, he never paid us and all this. I'm like, now wait a minute.
He never paid us. He's talking about money. He doesn't want to talk about the fact of other stuff that they talked about in that video, I guess.
I lived in Connecticut the whole fucking time. You couldn't come to me and talk to me.
Money.
And
money is why they are. Oh fuck! I fucked that up, didn't I? Money is why they're it's greed. Greed is massively strong. That's why they're upset at me. It's because they're greedy, and I'm not. I was honest. They're greedy. That's why.
Discuss it. You know what I mean?
Let me move this.
Instead of that,
money is such a beautiful
stupid
word.
shit.
Tom and Jerry
where
movie.
they hold in all this resentment and anger towards me, and then make a video about it. Years later, when in reality, none of what they were saying was fucking true. It was their expectations of what was going to...
Yeah, like I said, he's only talking about the money part. He doesn't want to bring up the fact that they called him out for being a piece of shit, making money off of people who had passed away that they knew.
Come out of the project. Not actually what we had talked about and agreed to when we started.
This is all in context,
okay? So, no, ladies and gentlemen, there was never a time when I, where is it here? When I refused to pay friends for work that they did. No one ever asked me for payment on anything. Only used them to make money off of them. That never happened. Okay?
That is true. The shirts. You made money off the shirts. Oh, sure, yeah, I didn't make as much money. It was a bad investment. You still made money off the shirts. Stop lying.
In fact, like I told you guys, I lost money on Project 7, and I paid John half of everything that we were making.
See what the problem is? Well, I'll pay one of my friends, half or whatever. But I won't pay another one of my friends for being in one of my videos.
So all these misconceptions about Project 7 and that kind of stuff is all lies. It's all fucking lies. All right. Oh, this is a good one. I gotta talk about this one. Phil made
This is a good one.
money off of his dead friends.
Here we go. Look at that. Look at that fucking smug fucking remark. Love it.
Nice. All right. Oh, this is a good one. I gotta talk about this one. Phil made money off of his dead friends. Okay?
Okay.
So you might say, well, how the hell could someone say that and where would that come from? Okay? Well, over the years, I've been doing this for 11 years now. I have shows and podcasts where I do a variety of content, and I used to have a podcast where I would talk about a variety of topics.
Mm-hmm.
And there were 2 shows in particular, all right, where I talked about and did tributes to 2
Tributes.
friends of mine who had passed away. One of them was actually my very old rival in Street Fighter. His name was T. Carter, all right, and I'd grown up with this kid in the 1990s at the same video arcade. We played each other all the time. He was actually the person who started going to tournaments and actually got me into competitive Street Fighter, because if it wasn't for him, I'll be very honest, I always didn't take it that seriously. He was the one who convinced me to take Street Fighter seriously and try to play it in tournaments and stuff. He was the one who got me into it. So one episode of my podcast, I did a tribute segment to him because I had gone to a tournament and someone who had known him handed me all these beautiful pictures of him at a tournament that he had gone to. I was like, my God, I teared up. I was so happy. I was like, man, I miss this guy so much. And to get this meant so much to me that this fan had given me these pictures. And I very heartfelt segment of a podcast that I had done was dedicated to the memory of T. Carter. I talked all about how he was always better than me at Street Fighter. All the stuff, I'm not going to go into detail about it because that's not what this is about. But it was a very heartfelt thing. And then after I finished the podcast, people say you're made money off your dead friend's memories. What? Now, that podcast was over 2 hours long, and probably about a half an hour was the tribute to my friend T. There were many other topics and things discussed on the show. So you're telling me because there was a segment on the show that was a shout-out to my guns, the replicas, those guns you saw in the videos that were hundreds of dollar props, I bought all those. And I paid John half of it. That means that I made money off of the I've been doing this for 11 years now. I have shows and podcasts where I do a variety of content, and I used to have a podcast where I would talk about a variety of topics. And there were 2 shows in particular, all right, where I talked about and did tributes to 2 friends of mine who had passed away. One of them was actually my very old rival in Street Fighter. His name was T. Carter, all right, and I had grown up with this kid in the 1990s at the same video arcade. We played each other all the time. He was actually the person who started going to tournaments.
This is the greatest and best song in the world.
Actually got me into competitive Street Fighter, because if it wasn't for him, I'll be very honest, I always didn't take it that seriously. He was the one who convinced me to take Street Fighter seriously and try to play it in tournaments and stuff. He was the one who got me into it. So one episode of my podcast, I did a tribute segment to him because I'd gone to a tournament and someone who had known him handed me all these beautiful pictures of him at a tournament that he had gone to. I was like, my God, I teared up. I was so happy. I was like, man, I miss this guy so much. And to get this meant so much to me that this fan had given me these pictures. And a very heartfelt segment of a podcast that I had done was dedicated to the memory of T. Carter. I talked all about how he was always better than me at Street Fighter. All the stuff, I'm not going to go into detail about it because that's not what this is about. But it was a very heartfelt thing. And then after I finished the podcast, people say you're made money off your dead friend's memories. What? Now, that podcast was over 2 hours long, and probably about a half an hour was the tribute to my friend T. There were many other topics and things discussed on the show. So you're telling me because there was a segment on the show that was a shout-out to my deceased friend, that means that I made money off of my friend because it was a monetized video. So let me get this straight. Every show ever on television that has a tribute to someone who passed away, they're making money off of that because there's advertisements that run on that television show, right? I mean, God forbid someone ever do a tribute to anyone that's ever existed. If any penny of money is transacted anywhere, that means that you made money off a dead friend's memory. It's insane. Now, the other thing is, a similar thing happened a couple years later. My friend Scott Hovanissian, who was actually a friend of T's, he was the person who got T into competitive Street Fighter. He ended up passing away. Now, I didn't know too much about the circumstances of his passing or whatever. I just gotten wind from a few people who had texted me and said, Phil,
a few people.
Really sad. So
a few people who texted me. A few people who texted me. Just a few. Nobody specific. Nobody I haven't already brought up. Just a few people have texted me about it.
A podcast to do a very small segment where I discussed the passing of him and saying, rest in peace, and he was a good guy. I told a couple jokes about things and stuff experiences that I had with him. That wasn't even a long segment. I think, if I remember correctly, that was like 15 minutes, on, again, a 2+ hour podcast. And again, the same slander. Phil made money off of his deceased friends. It's like, are you fucking... You've got to be brain dead to think that that's the true thing. I didn't make a fucking a video just about it and monetize the video.
Give
it was
that
a
money to
small
your friend's
tribute
family
in
that
a
you made
large
off of
show to someone who meant something to me in my life. And because it was a monetized video,
Well, he needs
for
that
some
for his
reason I'm
bills,
the
though.
fucking devil because I made money on a dead friend.
I'm the
It's
fucking
insanity.
devil.
It really is insanity.
I'm the
okay?
devil.
All right. Let's continue.
But yeah, this
I
is
can't
back.
believe some of this shit.
This is back
I really
before this, and Huff stuff even puts this in the little lie list. He put ads on it, so he made money off of it. He made money off of his dead friends. He admits it. This is back when you could manually place ads on a video. He can still do this. Him trying to say, oh, just because I, made money off of it doesn't mean other people, WWE does it. I know for a fact that WWE does it. WWE does it, so it must be good. It must be right.
Here's one that's new to me. I didn't even hear about this one until today.
Until today.
I groomed 2 fangirls and used them for sex and extra money. What?
For sex and extra money. What? What?
I didn't even hear about this
Look
one
at this reaction.
until today.
This is, like...
I groomed 2 fangirls and used them for sex and extra money.
This is like if somebody inserted into a list some troll thing and he reads it off and he's just like, what? Yeah. I guess he's reading he's reading Dragon Killer's list of shit, and I mean you can say you can say the fangirls are Kat and Leanna and all that, and that he groomed them, quote unquote. No, this is something that somebody like if somebody was to give DSP money and him do a shout out, and this is something he would say. This is legit something a troll would say, and it's funny as fuck. I don't even give a fuck if it's true right now. It's just his reaction is quite hilarious. That stupid fucking face.
What?
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 What the fuck? I don't even know what that. I don't know how you can even say that.
That sounds like it's from a fucking soundboard. Is this a Tevin soundboard thing?
Here's one that's new to me. I didn't even hear about this
What?
until today.
What?
I groomed 2 girls and used them for sex and extra money.
What?
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 What the fuck? I don't even know what that.
fuck?
I don't know how you can even say that. Where's there any evidence of that? I mean, I don't even know where that's coming from. I have no clue where the fuck that's coming from.
No be lies. It's fucking Panda and Cat, you dumb piece of shit.
Twitter today
There you go.
that people believe this. The thing is, like I said, my life has always been very transparent, and it
Very
wasn't until
transparent.
when I started dating Kat that I made things more private. But you guys know how busy I am. You guys know how much I work. You guys see I'm on stream all the time. I'm making videos constantly. When the fuck was I secretly grooming 2 fangirls for these covert meetings and shit? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Covert meetings.
His shit is just out of control. All right. I mean, and of course that would lead into Phil said that he needed money for taxes, and he used it to buy an escort from Europe to fly the escort multiple times
we
across
already
the
know this
world
story.
to spend time with him so he could pretend like he had a girlfriend and all that. And of course, that thing was all debunked because that was proven that
See
the
right there
world
when he
spent time-
right there. Hold on.
said that he needed these covert meetings and shit. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? His shit is just out of control. All right. I mean, and of course that would lead into Phil
Watch him rock
said
back
that
and
he
forth
needed
when he's telling
money
this.
for taxes, and he used it to buy an escort from Europe to fly the escort multiple times across the world to spend time with him so he could pretend like he had a girlfriend and all that. And of course, that thing.
So we already know that's true, but dude, he's rocking back and forth like a fucking motherfucker, dude. It can't be connected to lying or anything like that. I swear. And then he
was
stops.
all debunked because that was proven that was actually a middle-aged couple over in fucking like Central Europe or something.
We already know it.
Who have been catfishing people for like a decade doing this.
For a decade.
And they were using other people's personas and online profiles, basically doing identity theft to pretend to be other people. And what they would end up doing is try to blackmail people. So I think what their game was is that eventually what they wanted to do to me by lying on the internet and saying that, oh, I was escort, that I was a fill or whatever. They were going to try to blackmail me and say, well, if you pay us a certain amount of money, we'll go away and never say this ever again. But I don't care about that shit. I already had so many people talking shit about me. I didn't care, and I just said, fuck you. And I ignored it, and it went away within 2 months when finally people did the research, you know, and found out that it was this crazy couple doing insane shit, okay? But again, this is another thing
so weird
that people still to this day say Phil had an escort. It's like,
I don't know if it's anxiety because he's not doing it the whole stream.
No, actually, that one was 100% completely debunked, but people still believe it because they're fucking morons.
Nobody believes that, Phil.
All right, let's continue
Stop
here.
kidding yourself.
I wanted to hit an 11-year-old girl. You're right. I just wanted to just, punch a girl right in the fucking face. I cop up to that one. No! What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
From 2 years ago, I was playing this stupid VR chat
The
thing.
Netherlands is in Central Europe. It's Western Europe.
What it's supposed to be. And there was a girl on there who obviously should not have been playing VR chat unsupervised. You could tell.
Unsupervised? This is obviously a game for grown-ass fucking 30-year-old men, okay?
She was probably like 11 years old, probably accurate. That's about how old she sounded. Why the fuck her parents are letting her play VR chat, the world of disgusting people going in there saying swears and sexual...
What is a Second Life?
...things and all kinds of fucked up stuff, right?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
That's just...
Like you.
Crazy, right? But there was a girl who I walked into a room and literally just became an insane brat, insulting me and saying nasty shit to me. I didn't even say a word. And she...
No, you're acting like a boomer.
Ooh, how do I do this? How do I play this game, dude? Whoa!
You know, like shit like that.
She was saying like nasty shit direct to me. I was like, damn, you know.
Oh, look at how he's holding his fucking chest. He's acting like a fucking woman, dude. Oh, yeah, 11-year-old girl was insulting me on VR chat. Oh, I'm a victim. Dude, you're 30 years old.
That girl needs a fucking smack or something. I don't even remember exactly what I said, but it was a reactionary
He doesn't remember exactly what he says.
thing, basically saying, she needs a smack because if that was me in my day when I was growing up and I was a kid, if I acted like that, my parents would smack me right in the head.
Smack me right in the
That's
head.
how it was back then. Today, God forbid anyone ever touch a kid, but back then
The
that's how it was.
11-year-old
You
hurt
get disciplined for acting like a
his
shithead.
feelings.
So I made a comment, off-the-cuff comment
An
about
off-the-cuff comment. Okay.
that.
Sure.
It wasn't to the kid, by the way. It was a private comment. It was like
It was a private comment in voice chat.
ran up to the kid's face and insulted the kid. It was just to my streaming audience. I said, damn, that girl deserves a smack for acting like that.
It was a private comment to my live stream, to my public live stream.
And they twisted that into Phil wants to beat up an 11-year-old girl. What the f...
This is like legit how he says, oh, if I could put you through the internet, I would.
Fuck, now, if I had actually said on stream I want to beat up an 11-year-old girl, do you think I'd be on Twitch today?
I think he got banned. Didn't he get banned for that? Didn't he get like a 3-day suspension or something like that for that comment he made? I think some sort of action came from that stream, and he got banned for a couple days.
Of course not. They would have banned me, but I didn't say
They would have banned me.
that. It was an off-the-cuff comment. It's stupidity. It's absolute stupidity, things that people say and twist the shit into.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
let's see here.
I love
Okay.
this. I love this now.
Let's get into more recent stuff, shall we? Let's get into
girl fucking hurt my feelings.
all the crap that people were saying, recently about things such as
legit
hold on a second.
reality.
Oh, forget that.
I think it got overturned a day later. Still, there was some sort of consequence that came about it. Even if it was a day later, he got a 1 day suspension. There was still consequence for what he said. So him saying that, oh, he didn't get banned. Well, yeah, that's true, but you did get some sort of suspension for that.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Never mind. That wasn't interesting. Yeah.
I guess he's. I wonder what he's looking at in that list. I wish I had that list on me. Does somebody actually have that tweet? Could somebody tweet that in the Discord, or share that tweet in the Discord? I'm just curious what else is on that list.
Nothing interesting at all.
Because he is reading through Dragon Killer's list.
Oh, forget that. Never mind.
It might be the masturbation thing.
Never mind. That wasn't interesting. Yeah, I thought it was something interesting to come in. It was nothing interesting at all. You're 11. All right. Let's talk.
He's playing the video.
And your parents bought you a gaming PC? What's wrong with this picture?
In the last 2 years knows that I'm financially not in a good situation. Every time that it looks
Now he's talking about his finances.
somehow, sadly, I get screwed down. All right. Good. Now I'm away from that annoying fucking bitch of a kid who I would have slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that.
What a funny dude.
Annoying fucking bitch of a kid.
Annoying fucking bitch.
Good. Now I'm away from that annoying
I
fucking
would've
bitch
slapped
of a
in
kid
real
who I would have
life.
slapped in real fucking life if they talked to me like that.
I
I would've
I moved here in 2014, and I had them for 3 years.
What a piece of
guess what?
shit.
My accountant at the time screwed everything up and never did it right. So because of that, I owed thousands upon
Business.
thousands.
Now we're talking about taxes again. It's like watching the same fucking episode of Game of Thrones over and over and over again. I don't need to hear about this. Well, actually, it's not like watching the same episode again. It's like watching 5 episodes of Game of Thrones and then talking about legit the same thing, and nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens.
Dollars of backstate taxes that I never paid.
I got, but taxes.
And then like a year later, season 3's out or something.
Remember those taxes? Well, I got these taxes now.
Like stupid shit.
It wasn't my fault. It was because the
Wasn't my fault.
Trust me to do my taxes. Wasn't doing
It was the
mine.
guy I had
We
in
get past
Connecticut
that,
doing my
and the
taxes
next
for me
thing
while I live in
is,
Washington.
YouTube. Well, first of all, losing a partnership that I had with Curse on YouTube. Then losing monetization on my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming, which I didn't do anything. It was a Google Plus error.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's like thing after thing after fucking thing. Every time that it looks like...
This is not debunking lies. This is just you begging.
Finally, everything's in the clear. I can get ahead. Something else would rear its ugly fucking...
How about you talk about how you raised $1,000 for Project 7 in the year of 2015, and you never you never made it, and you kept that money. Where did that money go, Phil?
Hey, but in particular,
I wonder
these
if that
last
was on
couple of
his
years
list.
have been 2 things that have really been hurting me. One is those backstate taxes that I owed thousands upon thousands of dollars out of nowhere. I didn't have the money for them. And the other is right now my federal taxes, which I couldn't pay this last year, and I'm going on a payment plan.
He's going on a payment plan.
In order to try to make up for it, okay? Now, I don't have anyone to appeal to. I don't have an extensively huge family who's made of money who I can ask for stuff. So for me, I'm really just...
What?
For it, okay? Now, I don't have anyone to appeal to. I don't have an extensively huge family who's made of money who I can ask for stuff.
Thank you, Mommy. Thank you.
So for me, I'm really just I'm depending. I'm trying to figure shit out for myself, and I share this stuff with you guys. And I have to say, you guys have been so insanely supportive. Seriously, insanely supportive and just insanely cool about it, and helped me out so many times.
Insanely supportive. Well, he's got 200 top cheers. The top tip is $5. The total tips is $21 on this stream. Over 1,000 people are watching him during this stream. He's only made $21.
Times over the years with this shit that's happened, and I don't like sharing that kind of stuff with you because when you come to my streams, you're here to hang out and have fun. You're not here
talking about it now.
Kind of shit, right? You don't want to hear about my financial woes and stuff.
My financial woes and stuff. You don't want to
be very honest with all of you. If it hadn't been for your support over and over, I wouldn't even be here anymore. I would have lost this house by now. I wouldn't even be able to do this for a job. I probably would have had to declare bankruptcy and go get like a part-time job or 2-3 part-time jobs, you know, and give all this up. So thank you for that.
What side is it on? Isn't it on the left hand?
Well, being very honest with all of you, if it hadn't been for your support over and over, I wouldn't even be here anymore. I would have lost this house by now. I wouldn't even be able to do this for a job. I probably would have had to declare bankruptcy.
Like, the quality is so fucking low for me, so I don't know.
Go get like a part-time job.
I don't know.
3 part-time jobs.
I can't.
You know, and give all this up. So thank you for that. All right, but some of the biggest misconceptions about
I wonder if this is backwards.
Is that when I ask for help, that I go and I blow money on stuff, and that's not the case at all. Everything that I've ever asked you guys for has gone exactly towards what I said it was going to be. All right. Sure. So the first time around, we got to talk about.
Yeah, that's a fucking lie.
Oh, this one, because this one goes years back too.
Uh-huh.
Phil stole fan donations that went towards a Project 7 reboot.
Yeah? Yeah, you did. Thank you for talking about this. Yeah, you did. I remember this specifically. Trust me. I remember. His Patreon at the time, because this is when he was making a lot of money on Patreon, alright? He hits the goal for Project 7. And so he hits the goal. Well, the next goal up was a $2,000 goal, I believe. For a high-end camera, for a high-end video camera that he was going to use for Project 7. He didn't hit that goal. He did not hit that goal. So he says, oh, well, you know, without the camera, I can't make Project 7. You know, I remember this. He legit says this. So without the camera, I can't make Project 7. Well, why was the camera listed before the Project 7 goal? So I remember he would take days off. There would be days where he would take the whole day off writing the scripts, writing the drafts for the scripts. I guess, well, and then later on in whatever Project 7 video he made, later on, announcing that he was not making Project 7, that it was indefinitely delayed and that the planets aligned or some sci-fi gay shit, that he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
Phil stole fan donations that went towards a Project 7 reboot.
Yep.
Every statement in that is false.
No, it's not. How is it false? Please tell me.
All right, besides maybe my name.
Besides my name.
Stole? I didn't steal anything. What they're talking about is a Patreon goal level.
Yeah. Nobody said you stole it. People said you pocketed the money and you didn't make anything from it.
That was hit for 1 month in the summer of like 2015. Maybe it was 2016, but
no, it was 2015. I have a better fucking memory than you dumb motherfucker.
I'm almost positive it was as far back as 2015.
It was 2015.
Not stole. It was raised legitimately via a Patreon goal level.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fan donations. They weren't fan donations. They were Patreon contributions.
They were fan donations. Contributions, whatever. It was fan-funded money. This is him being a total fucking snake, and he's a piece of shit. All right? Because I remember this as well. Back then, he did not want, he would always say, well, Patreon isn't a Kickstarter campaign. Patreon isn't Kickstarter. Da, 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 da. That was his little bullshit loophole to where he could take that fucking money and do whatever the fuck he wanted with it. Also, don't forget, when he's asked to provide evidence, he never does so and just says people should believe him, which is a typical cultist approach. Yeah, no, it's a person who's a fucking liar as well. He's a total fucking liar. Just believe me. Just believe me. All right? Fake news.
That's different.
Yeah, no, it's the same. It's you tried using Patreon as a Kickstarter. People raised money for this goal, and you kept the money and didn't make anything out of it. You were trying to use it like it was Kickstarter, but nope. You're a piece of shit. You really are.
Patreon goal level.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I wonder if he's going to bring up the fact that he said he wasn't going to do it because they didn't hit the camera goal.
Fan donations. They weren't fan donations. They were Patreon contributions. That's different.
No, it's the same.
That went towards the Project 7 reboot. Wrong. It was.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was. Wrong. I only said I was going to write Project 7. I never said I was going to record any of it. Piece of... The definition of a piece of shit is this fucking dude.
Wasn't for a Project 7 reboot. It was...
He thinks he's so smart. He thinks, oh, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get him. I'm going to lie right to their face. This dude is a fucking idiot.
For me to take some time out that month to do a Project 7 reboot trailer.
Oh, and you... Oh, so it was just a trailer. Huh. Well, where the fuck is this trailer, Phil? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Where is this trailer that you made? Let's go on an adventure. I'm using the wrong mouse, by the way. Let's go on a little adventure here. Yeah? Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me pull up this trailer that he made. This amazing Project 7 trailer that he made. Project 7 trailer. Huh. Well, here's a DSP Gaming Video Project 7 Final Machinima trailer from 6 years ago. Community Legacy Project 7-minute trailer. That isn't even what this is. Here we go. Project 7 Media Group Channel trailer. That isn't even DSP. Project 7 Prologue 2010, 7 years ago. Project 7 Episode 2 Final trailer, 7 years ago. All right, let's filter it. Hold on. Upload date. Can do this, right? Hold on. Oh, let me put DSP in the title as well, just to shorten the search, I guess. Project 7 official series trailer 7 years ago. Episode 2 trailer 7 years ago. 2012 announcement MagFest 7 years ago. 6 years ago. 2 years ago. And this is by me. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah, this is my trailer. This is my fucking trailer. This isn't even DSP. This is me. I made this. This isn't even DSP. I did a better job at making a fucking trailer for this. This is actually the first time I've watched this. Fuck. I think I put like the irate gamer in this one. Yeah. Where DSP turns into the irate gamers.
Let me explain.
This is such a Okay. Yeah, I turned him into the irate gamer. It was gonna be like the Nostalgia Critic crossover episodes. Irate gamer and football.
Dude, we gotta go find Phil.
I'm sorry. I can't let you too fast.
And then he kills Rambo. Oh, and Amy Chan's in there. See, I did a better. I made a fake trailer.
Did you just switch my player? You dickbag, you're the worst player I've ever played with.
I made a better trailer than him. Like at this point, it isn't even DSP's content either. Oh, there's DSP. Okay. See, oh, and Angry Joe's in here as well. We just put all the video gaming.
You either die a hero or you'll live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Metal Gear. This is Halo. See, I made a fake trailer in like a day. He couldn't make a trailer in a day. He took $1,000 to make a fucking trailer. Wow. See, here, oh, this is Sons of Kojima, never mind. Here's Mr. Lucas talking about the Project 7 Patreon scam. Like, there's nothing here. The only video about Project 7 is this video right here. Project 7 History, the game revealed, and its fate, parentheses, for now. Yeah, no, you didn't make any sort of trailer at all. You know, you're just a liar. You're just a liar.
Trailer. A
Trailer
that was probably going to be 30 seconds long.
Uh-huh. He couldn't make 30 seconds worth of, for a trailer that's 30 seconds long. He couldn't make that for $1,000.
Okay? So
Okay.
for years I've been slandered,
Uh-huh.
being told that you stole money from your viewers for
Yeah.
a Project 7 reboot, and none of that statement is true at all.
He moves his head like he's a fucking cartoon. None of that is wrong.
Slandered, being told that you stole money from your viewers for a Project 7 reboot, and none of that statement is true at all. What really happened was, when I used to do Patreon more heavily, because I was more heavily into YouTube videos rather than streaming,
Yeah.
I would have these goal levels set on Patreon. And so it would be like, if we raise $200-something this month, I'll do this. If we raise $500 this month, I'll do this. If we raise $850, I'll do this.
Yeah.
And one of the goal levels that month
Yeah.
was I would take time away from doing gameplay for
Okay.
a while, probably maybe 2-3 nights a week, to work on this Project 7 reboot trailer.
Yeah. And where is this
excuse me.
trailer?
Sorry about that, indigestion. If I remember correctly, it was like a tier 3 goal, so we already hit 2 goals below it. So it was probably something like, I have no idea if this is actually what it was at this point, so please don't take this as a fact. I'm going to estimate it was like, the goal was from $450 to $800. So if we raised those $350 extra dollars, I would make the trailer. So essentially what you're...
No, it was $1,250. I'm pretty sure that's how much money it was. You can go back and watch Tevin's video about it, because he talks about it. Or you could probably watch Mr. Ludacris's video about it. They probably give the correct amount. It wasn't $850. It was over $1,000.
saying is $350 raised to pay for my time that I'm not going to be making videos, to make up for those lost videos, because I raised it via Patreon.
No.
I'm going to work on a Project 7
It was not $350.
trailer. Okay?
It was not $350. It was over $1,000.
So essentially, that's what was supposed to happen. It didn't happen, and the reason it didn't happen is for two reasons.
Why?
Number one, because that summer there was a lot of other stuff going on, and
that summer, the summertime when gaming's dead. There's not much, not many new releases going on. He always complains about it being slow. There was a lot of stuff going on back then, right?
and people actually knew there was a very busy gaming season coming up that fall with
That fall. This is... He's currently in the summertime, and he's concerned about the fucking hardcore gaming season in the fall. That's why he couldn't make a trailer for Project 7.
lots of hot new releases they wanted to see me play, but during the summer there were other games that had been coming
Like
out
what?
that people wanted to see me play and complete before the fall season hit. And I actually publicly asked my viewers, do you guys want to see the Project 7 trailer that, from Patreon, or you would rather see me do all this other stuff? And publicly, the consensus was, do the other stuff.
Do the other stuff, Phil. Do the other stuff. You can keep our money, but, just do all this other stuff. That makes no fucking sense. That makes no sense. He asks his Twitter. You don't even know how many people are his fucking Patreons. Why didn't he, I don't know, go to his Patreons and say, hey, if, would you rather see this or would you rather see the Patreon 7 trailer? Well, I don't know. I would assume that some of the people, except for KG, that fucking brony, short fuck, didn't want to see it because he's a little fucking douchebag. He's a little fucking cocksucker. That he didn't want to see it. So, yeah.
We don't really care about the Project 7 trailer.
Then why did they donate money to it to raise it for the goal? That makes no fucking sense.
Alright, back then I used to struggle, because every month I was struggling. I need 2-3 goals for Patreon. I would just pull shit out of my ass that sometimes people
Yeah, you would pull shit out of your ass.
didn't really care about. And honestly, that Project 7 trailer was really one of them. In fact, I will be very honest with all of you.
So he made the goal, and he had no intention of going through with it. It was bullshit. Amazing. Once again, this dude is a fucking terrible liar. Lying about stupid shit. Again. Take a drink.
Okay? I'll be very honest with all of you. Out of all the people
So stupid.
that were big adamant fans of mine back then, there was one guy
The one guy.
who was very upset with me. One guy was so upset with me, he said, I'm not going to watch your content anymore. You told us you were making a Project 7 trailer, and you didn't do it, and therefore, I'm not going to watch you ever again. I know who he is to this day.
I know who he is to this day.
Alright? And it actually hurt me, because I was like, man, I let people down. There was
Yeah, you let people down. You let more than...
someone who actually really cared about this trailer, and I let him down because he really wanted to see it. But outside of that, no one else cared. Alright? Now what I didn't just say, oh, here's $350 extra. Let me just pocket that. No, what I actually did is the next month on Patreon, I lowered all the Patreon goals by $350 bucks. I said, instead of having a tier 1 goal at $250,
For
we're just
shit
gonna do a
you do
special
normal.
goal just to start. And the next goal will be like $150. The next goal is $400. So I lowered every...
That is... $150. He is retconning the fuck out of the price of how much it took for him to do certain stuff. I sort of got... It was not $350. $150? $150? $350?
Everything by $350. Again, these are not correct numbers. These are just numbers I'm pulling out of my butt. I'm just giving you an example, okay?
It would be nice to... See, he doesn't even know how are you a business person if you don't know how your business is run? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, so that it would be fair for the next month people were still getting fun stuff. Now, of course, you're absolutely right. I didn't make the trailer. I 100% will tell you I didn't make the Project 7 trailer. I never made it.
You couldn't make a 30-second trailer for $1,000. I don't even care. Like, at the time, the reason why you did the thing following the next month, you didn't plan that out from the beginning. He didn't plan that out from the beginning. He legit did it because people were giving him shit about it.
But it was because my viewers at the time were telling me not to. That it was a bad goal. I should have never done it. I should have been doing other stuff.
You shouldn't have done it. It made no sense. It made no sense then. It sure as hell doesn't make any sense now that you're like, oh, I just pulled it on my ass for a goal. But let me put this $2,000 camera goal up there as well. And then have that be the reason why I'm not going to do it, because I don't have that camera.
That's what they wanted to see me do, so I did what my viewership told me to do. And to this day, people still tell me I stole money and didn't do Project 7 again, even though none of that was promised. It was for a 30-second
A 30-second trip.
trailer. No money was stolen, and I actually gave it back kind of the next month via lowering all the goals. Now, the other thing is, all right, that, some people said, why didn't I just refund all the money?
I can't.
The reason being was there's no way to tell who.
You can't refund Patreon money. I think we've already discussed this years ago. I think you can. Pretty sure Fred Fox tested that theory. Giving money back does not equal lowering goal levels. He should have done, if he couldn't do Project 7, he should have done something, I don't know, something else? Anything else besides lie about it.
On Patreon just to see Project 7. It's not like a crowdfunded, it's not like a GoFundMe.
You treated it that way, though.
You know, when you go to a Kickstarter and you want to finance a campaign, oh, I paid you $5 because I want to see you make a video game, right? That's not how it is. People give me Patreon money because just in general, some people just like the content I put out. Some people are actually directly pledging to get a perk level, a reward level. Some people want a goal to be hit.
See, yes, you can. You gave back, wait, you can refund. This is from King of Galf HD, one of his moderators. You can refund. Huh? That is untrue. You can refund. Liquid Hindo, you can refund. T. Dusloff, didn't you refund one of the SOK nuts? Like, here's another guy. Westside Rascal, you can refund.
Hit, so they're all pledging for different reasons. You can't specifically say, okay, well, I had 1,000.
Appa Peacock, you definitely can refund.
Pledged to my Patreon this month. Gee, I wonder how many actually pledged just to see the Project 7 reboot. How do I refund them specifically their money?
Let me rub my beard and think about how I can't refund people's money. All right, Dutch Vanderland.
You can't. It's impossible. It's just a stupid thing that kids would
suggest. You can't. It's impossible. Only kids would suggest that you could refund money.
Suggest is like, oh, see, gee, I wonder how many actually pledged just to see the Project 7 reboot. How do I refund them specifically their money? You can't. It's impossible. It's just a stupid thing that kids would suggest is like, oh, see, Phil didn't refund any money, therefore that's why he stole the money. You can't refund the money, dumbass, but that's...
You can't refund the money, dumbass. Well, the following month, you refunded money to Fred Fox. That's debunked. That's already been debunked. That you could do it from the beginning.
They'll say that stupid shit just to make me look bad, okay? So the whole Project 7 thing was complete nonsense, all right?
Whatever.
But in regards to the recent things that have happened with me raising tax funds, there were two specific times, all right, when I needed to raise tax funds.
Rocking back and
forth.
Once
was in the fall/late 2017 because I needed to pay a state tax payment by the end of 2017, and then I had to pay a bunch of money in 2018 for state taxes, okay? I announced this dilemma of mine in November of 2017 on my Thanksgiving Day podcast. I did a Thanksgiving Day special podcast, and I announced this problem to my viewing audience on Thanksgiving Day 2017. You can go back and watch it. It's still live over on my vlogging channel, The King of Hate Vlogs. All right. Now, during 2017 was the year when early in the year I broke up with my ex, and I started talking to and then dating my now wife, Kat. Okay. Now, Kat didn't live around here, and she had to visit me a couple times.
Yeah.
I had to take time away from streaming and stuff to spend time with her. I didn't disclose that that was happening because I knew if I did, people would be trying to get up in our private shit. All right. But what people say to this day, Phil raised all that money
for taxes so he could fly her across the country and have sex with her and groom her.
Could secretly fly his new girlfriend across the country to spend time with him. Now let's look at the timeline.
Let's look at the timeline. Now he's like some sort of fucking Time Lord. All right, Doctor Who. Let's look at the fucking timeline.
Well, the first time the cat came to visit me was the summer of 2017.
Okay.
The second time she came to visit me was the fall, which I believe was October of 2017, because she actually helped me pick out my Halloween costume for the Halloween special that I did that year. I announced my financial dilemma about the...
Oh my god, this beard rubbing is like... Oh god, he's such a fucking snob. It's like so snobbish. Like he does it so sarcastically. It's like to the point where you might as well not do it at all.
Because she actually helped me pick out my Halloween costume for the Halloween special that I did that year. I announced my financial dilemma about the state taxes in Thanksgiving in 2017. So obviously what Phil did is he announced it so he could raise funds, go back in time, and pay for the 2 visits beforehand.
What are you talking about?
Pick out my Halloween costume. The cat came to visit me with...
This makes no fucking sense. Let's look at the timeline again.
Secretly fly his new girlfriend across the country to spend time with him. Now let's look at the timeline.
Now let's look at the timeline.
Well,
What is this, Avengers Endgame?
First time the cat came to visit me was the summer of 2017.
Okay, the summer of 2017, alright, yeah.
The second time she came to visit me was the fall, which I believe was October of 2017, because she actually helped me pick out my Halloween costume for the Halloween special that I did that year.
Okay.
I announced my financial dilemma about the state taxes in Thanksgiving of 2017.
In the month of Thanksgiving of 2017.
So obviously what Phil did is he announced it so he could raise funds, go back in time, and...
Yeah, it's not like you couldn't spend money in the past and, I don't know, beg for it in the future. Jeez. You are so fucking bad at time travel, dude.
And paid for the 2 visits beforehand. You fucking dumbasses.
Dude, you're the one who's making this shit up. You are legit making dumb shit up. This is the dumbest thing ever. Yes.
Yeah, well, I flew out my girlfriend in early 2017, and later on, I flew her out twice in that year. Then later on, in the month of Thanksgiving, I begged for money for my taxes. Something's not adding up right. I must have time traveled from the future into the past with more money so I can beg in the future.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. Like, Emmett Brown wouldn't come up with this shit. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go back into the past to beg for money in the future. No, you're just gonna pay for something because this is what he likes to do. He likes to spend money that he doesn't have. He racks up debt on his credit cards and begs for money later on in the year because he racked up so much debt. He's said this multiple times.
Oh, well, yeah, well, because of this, and because of that, I racked up so much debt and accrued so much debt on my card, I need more money. I just need more money.
You talk out of your fucking asses about this stuff and make the most crazy, controversial, insane...
You're making this shit up! Dude, I can't even make that stupid shit up. I'd make it up. I'd make fun of you for making it up, though.
Theories that make no fucking sense. It's such a weird conspiracy. How the fuck do you think...
Yeah, it's a... Dude.
that money that I talked about and raised later in the year paid for the trips that happened earlier. You fuck.
It's called credit card, you stupid motherfucker. Mr. I accrued debt in my credit card.
Buffoons.
He sounded like Dutch Vanderlyn.
Sense it's such a weird.
You fucking buffoon.
How the fuck do you think that money
He sounds like Dutch Vanderlyn.
that I talked about and raised later in the year paid for the trips that happened earlier? You fucking buffoons.
Holy shit. Wow. What is your problem?
That's such a weird conspiracy.
You fucking
How the fuck do
buffoons.
you think that money that I talked about and raised later?
You gotta have a little faith,
paid for the
Arthur.
trips that happened earlier? You fucking buffoons. It just doesn't make any sense. Now the bottom line is this:
Wow.
if I had raised money for, well, no, I said that wrong. The truth of the matter was that if I didn't raise enough money to get out of this state tax situation, I didn't know how I was going to pay the state taxes. And because of that, I was afraid the state would either put a lien on my home, or I didn't know how much it was going to be that I owed the state at that point. And I was thinking tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had no idea. And I was thinking I might have to sell my house. All right, so I actually told Kat at that point, I don't even know if we can plan our next trip. I don't know when's the next time I can see you. You know, this really sucks because obviously you know, at that point we had been.
You fucking buffoons.
I didn't know how much it was going to be that I tax situation raised money for. Well, no, I said that wrong. Talked about and raised later in the year paid for the trips that happened earlier. You fucking buffoons. It just doesn't make any sense. Now the bottom line is this:
You fucking buffoons.
if I had raised money for what?
If I had raised money for.
No, I said that wrong.
Uh-huh.
The truth of the matter was that if I didn't raise enough money
If
to
you
get
didn't raise money.
out of this state tax situation,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know how I was going to pay the state taxes. And well, no, I said that wrong. The truth of the matter was that if I didn't raise enough money to get out of this state tax situation, I didn't know how I was going to pay the state taxes.
What?
And because of that, I was afraid the state would either put a lien on my home, or I didn't know how much it was going to be that I owed the state at that point. And I was thinking tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. I had no idea. And I was thinking I might have to sell my house. All right, so I actually told Kat at that point, I don't even know if we can plan our next trip. I don't know when's the next time I can see you. You know, this really sucks because obviously, you know, at that point, we had been dating for months. I spent a lot of time with her, and it was working out. We wanted to advance to the next stage of our relationship, and we couldn't because I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen with all these taxes and everything. I had no clue what was going to happen with taxes and all that stuff. So our life was on hold. Now, thank God, hallelujah, you know, and I'm so grateful that you guys and gals and fans helped me out and raised enough money so that I paid off the state taxes. I was able to handle it. And because of that, Kat was able to move in with me
Coincidentally.
in early 2018. But if I didn't raise the money to pay off those state taxes, I probably would have said our relationship's kind of on hold until we figure this stuff out. Oh shit, you guys are right. Where's my wedding ring? I
Oh, okay.
was in the shower and I didn't put it back on. Now I feel really bad. You guys, you know what? If you guys ever see me without my wedding ring on, you call me out on it because that's supposed to be on my fucking finger all the time. Now I feel really bad because I left it in the bathroom. I'm gonna be right back. I'm going to get it right now.
You forgot he was married, by the way.
Okay. That's my fault, man.
Yeah. He forgot to get the whole ensemble for his costume ready.
New husband, making mistakes. Sorry about that, Kat, and I feel real bad about that. But you know, I took it off because the thing is, people ask me, you know, when do you keep your wedding ring on? The only time I take this off is when I'm in the shower. Because I'm afraid it's gonna slip off my finger, go down the drain or something. But it's always with me at other times, and now I'm like, oh god, I didn't have it on. I actually, at my heart, I was like, oh fuck, I feel like a dick. So thank you to whoever found that and told me out on that. I gotta have that on, man. All right.
You gotta have that on, man. It's very important.
Okay.
First mistake was
All right.
taking the ring.
Continuing on here.
a
So yeah,
weirdo.
it's insanity that people say that I lied about taxes to raise money to fly Kat out here to spend time with me. She flew out here to visit me before I ever even announced my tax problems. There's no fucking way that could have ever happened. And the timeline is there. You can see
The
when video
timeline
came
is
out,
there.
when I
You can
started-
see it crystal clear. Day is daylight. The timeline is there. It is there. There. It's right there. Timeline's right there. It's not like the timeline could be affected by credit cards and accrued debt from said credit cards.
started talking about her and everything, revealing stuff about her. It's horseshit. It doesn't make any sense what people are saying. They're out of their minds, okay?
I'm like Doctor Strange, and this dude's like fucking not Doctor Strange. I got nothing, dude.
Now, of course, the latest controversy was I had this issue with my federal taxes, and I
You said that
I
you
told
did.
you guys I needed help, and I did a couple marathon streams to raise money for the federal taxes. And you guys, between you guys helping me and my parents helping me,
Yeah.
I raised enough money to qualify for this this payment plan for the taxes that I didn't pay in the last year, and that's in process right now. Okay, that's all in process.
Yeah.
It's happening right now. I'm actually supposed to get a notice from the IRS this month of actual physical letter, supposedly, saying blah 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 whatever about it. I'm supposed to give that to my tax guy. He's already talking to the IRS, and he's going to get me on this tax plan. All right, so I qualified for it. Thank God. But now, you know, then incidentally, when all that was going on, already I had been in the works and talks with my parents to go visit them because my parents are very elderly at this point. You know, I don't say very elderly; they're not very elderly.
They're in bad health. They're in bad health. And then that changed to, oh, they're in great health. They're all right. They're good. And then he got married. And now he's saying they're old again.
They're in their 60s, but each of them has different health problems. My dad has problems with his back and his heart, and my mom has numerous problems with going on
Smoking.
over the years.
From
And they're basically at the time of their lives when they don't know what's going to happen. At any day, they could take a turn for the worse, and it could be that's it. So
That's
they
it.
want, now knowing that I was living with Kat for a year, and we were engaged, and that we were in love with each other. They wanted us to go out there to meet them. They wanted Kat to meet them and spend time with them, and us to have almost like a couple days to ourselves away from all the stress of work or whatever. Because the thing is, I talk to my parents every single week. Every weekend, I call my parents and I talk to them, and I tell them all about myself and what's going on
All
with
about
my
myself,
life and
my
everything.
live
So
streams.
they're always to know about everything that's going on with me. 100%.
They know everything.
They laugh at all the shit that people say and do about me slanderously because they know it's all bullshit.
They know it's all bullshit.
Yeah, people are trying to say that I jerked off on stream. I never did that. You think that's funny, Dad?
Yeah, yes, son, that's great. It's very, very funny.
But they paid for everything. They
Yeah.
paid for the trip out there. They paid for the room and board. They paid for the car we had.
They paid for the car, the room, the wedding, my taxes. They paid for everything. They're broke.
They paid for all of the food and everything that we ate when we were out there. They gave us spending money for being out there.
Wow. They gave them spending money for them to buy shit out there.
They helped pay for all the supplies. And then, of course,
The supply. What is he going?
the big thing was we got married while we were out there,
Yeah.
but it was a very small ceremony.
Did they
It was
pay
held
for
inside
that?
my parents' house. It was only a few close relatives.
Did they pay for
And
that
a
too?
dinner. There was no formal real ceremony. But no money
Yeah,
was really spent
yeah.
at all on the ceremony. And literally the
Okay.
only money I
But did
spent
they-
on the wedding at all
Was
was
the
on
ring.
a new belt, a pair
A new belt, which is probably from the money that his parents gave him.
of shoes, and
Shoes
a tie.
and a tie.
The suit that I have is 10 years old, and that's the suit I wore. Okay, everything else my parents paid for because they wanted to meet Kat, they wanted us to get married, they wanted us to spend time with them, they wanted all these nice things to happen before, God forbid, something happened to them, and we wouldn't be able to spend any kind of meaningful time with them. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, you can say, oh, well, Jackie, his parents are old. They can just blow money on anything, right? Yeah, it doesn't really teach him anything. I mean, he's like almost 40 years old, so he kind of past learning about anything now, I guess. Oh, he's still learning about combos and mix-ups on Mortal Kombat, but
So,
he's a fucking.
all that being said,
He's just shave his head. Just shave your fucking head, dude.
all right. I raised funds for these federal taxes before
Shave the
trip
goatee.
out there. All
Dude,
right?
he legit
And
can just do, like, he can look... He needs to fucking shave his stupid beard, dude. His, like, goatee is, like, balding. It's balding. All he has to do is, like, he can keep the mustache, keep the little soul patch thing going, he can shave all this stupid shit off the bottom of his fucking chin.
that being said, all right. I raised funds for these federal taxes before the trip out there. All right. And all of a
He'd
sudden,
look more like Dutch
Phil
Vanderland
took
if
all
he
that
did
money
that,
for
to
the
be
taxes
honest.
and he spent it on his wedding. All right. I just want you to think how stupid this sounds. The week before, I flew to Connecticut
Yeah.
to get married and spend time with my parents. I raised money to pay for the wedding.
Uh-huh.
On what fucking planet do you think that you pay for a wedding the day that it happens? I mean,
I thought you said you had this planned out. He said he had this planned out. What are you, like, I don't even give a fuck about the wedding shit. But you're lying again.
money to pay for the wedding. Or the week before,
You had this planned out. You proposed to her before the trip even happened. You kept it secret. You bragged about keeping it secret. In what world do you pay for the wedding on the day you get married?
I flew to Connecticut to get married and spend time with my parents. I raised money to pay for the wedding. On what fucking planet do you think that you pay for a wedding the day that it happens? I mean,
Yeah, no, you had it planned before, and you were begging before then.
it really just gets me. Like, huh?
Like, huh?
Weddings are paid for months in advance. They take tons of arrangement and planning.
Tons of arrangements and planning. Well, number one, you didn't have that many arrangements to make. You literally had to pay for, I don't know, whatever marriage license you fucking needed or whatever. That's literally all you fucking paid for, really, is what I'm getting.
If you're gonna get a wedding hall, or you're gonna pay for anything.
But you didn't have that! You didn't have that. You did it in your fucking mom's house.
Everything has to be done up front, early.
You didn't fucking do any of that. You didn't do any of that. Any of it.
Early.
None of
You
it.
know, it's insane that these people are just
You're
thinking like Phil had a fake tax crisis and immediately spent the money to pay for his trip to Connecticut. So the plane tickets I bought the night before, apparently. It's just
No,
stupid.
you didn't even buy the plane tickets. You didn't buy any of it.
It doesn't make any sense, the things that they say. But this is what I mean. Like, so now, all the things that I've addressed, I'm just going to read them again. Are you guys ready?
What are you talking about, dude?
Threw his fiance under the bus.
You just said you didn't pay for any of it. So
And turned her private medical issue into a drama strain. Didn't happen. Demand
what was that?
money to pay for his trip to Connecticut. So the plane ticket.
PSP just retweeted something. It's 3 a.m. What did he retweet? Oh my god. What the fuck? Trying out Minecraft Classic and made a They Call Me DSP themed logo. Join the world. Well, that's gonna get grief to fucking hell, dude. I swear to God.
Tickets I bought the night before, apparently.
Yeah, you didn't buy the tickets. You said
It's just stupid.
That's it.
It doesn't make any sense, the things that they say. But this is what I mean. Like, so now, all the things that I've addressed, I'm just going to read them again. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Threw his fiance under the bus and turned her private medical issue into a drama strain.
You did that.
Didn't happen.
Yep.
Demanded she never go to a hospital again. Instead that they give her a pill and leave her where they found her. Didn't
Yep, that happened.
happen. Lied about money issues for a year. Not stop begging for cash while flying a girl out to see
That happened.
him. Didn't happen.
That happened.
Used tax donations to move the woman in with him. Didn't happen.
That happened.
Used tax donations to marry the woman. Didn't
That happened.
happen. Stole fan donations that went towards the Project 7 reboot. Didn't
That happened.
happen. Refused to pay friends for the work they did. Only used to make money, and you only used them to make money and make more off of dead friends until he lost them all. Didn't happen.
That happened.
Wants to hit an 11-year-old girl. Didn't
That
happen.
happened.
Groomed 2 fangirls and used them for sex and extra money. Oh.
Oh.
Happen. Wants to hit an 11-year-old girl. Didn't happen. Groomed 2 fangirls and used them for sex and extra money. Oh. Didn't happen. But the one that I really didn't say yet. This is
What is it? What is it?
the one that gets me the most.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's a paid shill tweet.
Yeah.
Okay? Apparently, last year I put out a tweet that said everyone's a paid shill.
Yeah, and you got massive shit for it, and you got butthurt about it, and you're still butthurt about it.
That's not what happened. What happened was, I'll tell you the full story. You guys ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready for the full story, the full uncovered story. It's previously classified.
So, Kat and I
Uh-huh.
had a week where we wanted to do some fun stuff together, but we knew that we couldn't really afford to do much. All right? And what we decided to do is called a staycation, where you take some time away from your work to kind of stay at home and do stuff around the house. All right? And we had some plans as projects we wanted to do around the house. One of the things we wanted to do, I'm revealing this for the first time ever, was go to the Space Needle. We live in a suburb of Seattle, and we wanted to drive
The Space Needle.
in to Seattle for one day and do some touristy things in Seattle
Some nonsense. You walked in on some fucking bullshit nonsense, my friend.
and then come home. I didn't disclose any of this to any of you because I was afraid if I did, you'd have assholes trying to fuck with us.
Nobody... This has nothing to do with the Paige Shill's tweet, him going to the Space
Trying to
Needle.
show up at the Space Needle and do stupid shit.
Nobody's gonna go to the Space Needle! Nobody's gonna legit... Why does he have this mentality of people who are going to fuck with him are gonna go do it in person? I mean... Yeah, it's the guy! This is the guy! It's the guy. I'm watching his Twitch. I'm actually watching a restream of him, but... yeah, this is the guy. Yeah, so... He thinks everybody is out there who wants to fucking fuck with him are gonna go do it in public. Like, oh yeah, well if I announce that I'm going to the Space Needle, all of a sudden you'll have the, the Space Needle's gonna get swatted! It's gonna get swatted, dude!
Who knows, right?
Who knows?
So this was
Alright, okay, I'll
last year. This was 2018. There was a year.
I'll read this tweet, because you guys probably can't really read it. That implies you're important, lol. Those people playing State of Decay 2 a full week early are paid shills. They are walking advertisements, not true gamers, and are doing it solely for a paycheck. I'll be paying for the game and playing it this Friday, just like many of you. And my reactions will be legit as always.
A week when we had all these plans to do all these things together, and it was going to
This has nothing to do with this tweet that he made.
be a fun time. It was going to be a really fun time, hopefully, or at the very least, it was just going to be a time when we got to spend time together. What ended up happening was she got sick. All right, so we ended up doing
So they didn't go?
doing a few things, but she ended up getting sick. The whole week was a disaster. This was supposed to be our week.
The whole
where
week
we
was
spend time together and do fun, meaningful stuff as a new couple living together. You know, because at that point we'd only lived together for a few months. I think.
somebody
And
somebody
the
said in the
problem
chat,
is
swap
she
the
got sick and
space
we couldn't do
needle.
anything because she was just awful sick. And
This
here
is
I am
Trump
feeling
levels of
fucking
proof.
miserable. And I'm like,
Froggy
this
Mo.
sucks. We
That
had
was
planned
bad.
this for a while. I knew. I was like, this is it. I know I can't take any more time off of work after this to do anything. So it was just a really terrible time where it's like we're supposed to be spending time instead. I'm sitting here with my girlfriend who's miserable as hell, and it sucked. And I was really agitated. All right. And when this happened, I was contacted by a few fans who were like, "Phil, are you aware that people are playing State of Decay 2 a whole week early on Twitch?" And
Oh no!
when you go to their streams,
Oh no! People are playing a game a week early.
and people are actually
They're paid
costing them
shills.
thousands of dollars on these streams for them, because basically they're showing off these games early, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it really rubbed me the wrong way.
He got butthurt about it.
All right, and I put out a tweet that was really stupid, that was worded incorrectly.
That was worded incorrectly. He's only saying this because he got shit on for
That
it. And
if you
he's
just read
still
it for what it
butthurt about
was, it said something that was not what I was meaning to say. All
Yeah.
right? What I wanted to say was,
What he wanted to say was this. But that's not what I did say.
I 100% disagree with the practice of game publishers and developers putting out video games where they put them out early for special influencers. A person gets a person gets a game a whole week early and gets to play it on Twitch exclusively. Not only are they making money to do it because it's a special sponsored stream, but now their viewers are so happy because they get to see a game early, they throw them thousands of dollars extra. All right? It's bullshit.
It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. He's super fucking jealous. That's what it is. It's jealousy.
It's a very bad practice, especially because in particular there was a certain person.
Because if he would do it if he was given the opportunity to play a game a whole week early, he would try to do that.
Playing State of Decay 2 early, who was told by the company, you may not give your opinion on the game because there's a review embargo until the middle of the week.
Like, do you guys really think that if DSP was at that higher level, like your ninjas or your Dr. Disrespect or your PewDiePies or anything like that, where he was at that level of being on Twitch or on YouTube or anything like that, that he would actually not play the game early like he does now? Like he tries to say, oh, well, I'm not going to play the game early because, it's just not fair to you guys. Not fair.
So in the middle,
It's like weird. He tries to act like he's jealous about something, but then he's not. But then he's mad that people are making more money than him because he doesn't do these things.
of the week, then you can begin to give your opinions. You can play the game early, but you're not allowed to actually give any criticism of the game while you play it until the middle of the week. So it's a paid advertisement then. That's exactly what it is. You can't.
It's a paid advertisement. Not really? You're just playing the game, dude.
Criticize the game. It's a paid advertisement. All right.
You can't criticize the game.
Now,
Does that mean good criticism or bad criticism?
I personally hate this practice. Hate this practice.
I
think it's horrible. I think it's this whole influencer idea is ruining the game.
Yeah. Whoops, I think I rewound it a little bit. I don't know how many of you guys remember this. I'm going to bring up him playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey on Twitch because it was a sponsorship stream. Before he even did the sponsorship stream, he was shitting on the game and everything like, oh, this is stupid, this is dumb, blah, 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 whatever. Whatever. And then he gets to do it as a sponsor stream for that game, for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And he's praising the game. He's like, oh, yeah, this is great. This is great, blah, blah, blah. Or I think this is bad about it, and whatever. And he says something from the last stream. But he's being more positive about the game specifically because he has that sponsorship thing. So, yeah. He doesn't like paid advertisements.
Personally, hate this practice. Hate.
Hate
I
this
think it's horrible. I think it's this whole influencer idea is ruining the gaming industry.
You want to be an influencer, though, DSP. You want to be an influencer.
Because you're getting people who, number one, are spoiling the game weeks early.
Oh, wah. Wah. Here, hold on. Let me... Wah. Don't want yeah, exactly. If you don't want spoilers, I don't know. Don't fucking look up the game, dude. Like, seriously. Like... Alright.
Who, number two, are telling you a game is good, or at least showing a game, and, like, I'm not allowed to say anything bad, so it makes it look good. So you'll go buy the game when in reality that game is not good. State of Decay 2 was one of the worst games of last year, in my opinion. That's my opinion. It was. It was inferior to the first game. It was poorly made. It was full of bugs. It was just a piece of garbage.
Poorly
And
made.
it was a ripoff, but people probably ran out and bought it based on a few people who got that game early, alright, and played it on Twitch, made a ton of bank on it.
Made ton of bank on it. Jumping around.
And it was a ripoff.
It was a ripoff. People probably, went out and bought it because they saw their favorite streamer watching it. Probably. Really?
But people probably ran out and
That's what
bought
you're
it
mad about?
based on a few people who got that game early, alright, and played it on Twitch, made a ton of bank on it, for a bad game, and people ran out and bought it based on the hype that they generated, which is...
What? Dude, what hype? What fucking hype? State of Decay 2. I barely even remember State of Decay 1. What hype are you talking about? I don't think anybody was hyped up for this.
It's unfair. It's not legitimate gameplay. It's a paid advertisement. It's being a shill. It is being a shill for a company. Okay?
Okay, Mr. Assassin's Creed Odyssey sponsorship.
Now, later on last year, I was able to play Assassin's Creed Origins,
Odyssey.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, as a sponsored stream on Twitch. Here's the difference between what I did and what I criticized.
You talked shit about the game, had a sponsorship stream, praised the game, and shit on it a little less than normal, and then the sponsorship ended and you talked shit about the game.
I was able to be fair with the game. I was told you can criticize the game fairly when you're playing it. You can give your opinions on it. You can be honest about what you're experiencing in-game. And I was. I didn't pull any punches when I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I told the honest truth. The game is too much of a grind. There's too much side content. It's too long.
It's too much of a grind. There's too much. Wait, what?
Honest about what you're experiencing in-game. And I was. I didn't pull any punches when I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I told the honest truth. The game is too much of a grind. There's too much side content.
Who bitches about a game that has too much side content? This dude's a fucking gamer. And he's bitching about side content? In a game. In an Assassin's Creed game. I just got done finishing Assassin's Creed Origins. Like, legit yesterday. I finished the main quest. I still haven't done half of the side missions in the game. A grind? Yeah. It's a grind. Too many side quests? That's like bitching about Skyrim having too many side quests. It makes no fucking sense. Railroad experience, please. Exclusively so. It makes no sense.
It's too long and drawn out. It could be much.
It's too long and drawn out. Well, you kind of just said that from it being a grind, so whatever.
Much faster paced and better. I was honest during my entire playthrough of that game. So I was able to do an honest stream of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I didn't play the game early.
Yeah.
And I made a little bit of extra money on it. That's far different from a sponsored influencer.
From a sponsored influencer who is, one, playing the game early, a week early, who they say don't give criticism for anything in the game. Once again, going back, is that good criticism or bad criticism?
Who's playing a game a week early? The only
Assassin's Creed Odyssey has already been out. It was
person
out.
who has access to that game and gets to play it early, makes thousands of dollars from their viewers, plus thousands of dollars from a fucking game publisher / marketer.
Yeah,
I could
$1,000.
completely disagree with that practice. It's dishonest and it's hurtful to the consumer who now is artificially getting hyped and excited.
Once again, who the fuck was hyped for State of Decay 2?
For a game that maybe necessarily they wouldn't
The
even
game
play just because they
sounds
got
like
to see their
shit.
favorite streamer play it early, and they were allowed to criticize it. So basically, all you think is that the game is good. All right. So I disagree with that.
Okay.
But the tweet I put out was completely wrong. The tweet that I put out said something like, "Everyone who's playing State of Decay 2 early right now is a paid shill, and you shouldn't support their content. You should wait for people who are going to play it legit when it comes out on Friday." By saying it that way, not only
No, you made yourself look like an ass.
did I insult a whole group of people who I didn't mean to criticize, game journalists who had been playing it early to legitimately put out game reviews later in the week,
But you always shit on game journalists, too.
but I also made myself look like a tremendous ass because I didn't elaborate on the
shit.
topic, and everyone legitimately destroyed me during this week
Legitimately destroyed me.
when I was supposed to be off from doing anything game related because I was pissed off at a situation at home. I made a stupid tweet. And you know what? I'll 100% fess up to it.
Am I wrong?
100%. That's on me. I fucked up. That was a mistake that I made for sure. Out of all the things that we just listed, that actually happened. I fucked up. I made a bad tweet. It was dumb, and I apologize for it, and I hopefully won't do stupid shit like that again because it was just
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
so dumb. It was a completely misworded tweet that had nothing to do with the actual idea that I was trying to portray. Okay?
That makes no sense.
All right, everyone. To end this special, all right,
This is
I want to end
special.
with the hot topic.
The hot topic.
that
The
tweet
masturbation.
itself that went viral.
Oh.
And all the big content creators are talking about. The tweet were basically, "It's my incident."
Oh, yeah. Great. We get to fucking talk about this. Hot takes.
All right, it's my incident. Where in 20
My incident.
Wow. In 2016,
Uh-huh. I don't want to be reminded of this, but continue.
I accidentally showed something on stream I didn't mean to show. All right, and for the first time ever, I can disclose to you what really happened.
I can disclose. For the first time ever, I can finally be honest about me jerking off on stream. What?
Behind the scenes, and why it happened, and how
Behind the scenes?
dumb it was. I mean, I'm a complete bonehead for doing it. I've already fessed up to doing it a million times.
Yeah, we know.
The bottom line was, at that point in my relationship with my ex, things were not going.
Why? Why? If he says scratching his leg again.
I haven't.
This is already off to an awful start.
How dumb it was. I mean, I'm a complete bonehead for doing it. I've already fessed up to doing it a million times. The bottom line was, at that point
Sometimes
in my
you just gotta
relationship
have
with
that
my
itch.
ex, things were not going well. Things
Wow.
were starting to fall
Yeah,
apart.
this is,
It seems
this is not
there
good.
was a lot of behind-the-scenes stress.
What is your problem? He looked twice directly into the camera when it happened. Once before, once after.
And we were not getting along at all. It was to the point where, like, we were living together as roommates, but
Uh-huh.
there was no love there anymore. It was...
Wow.
It's kind of just like we're going through the motions to say that we're together, but we weren't really doing anything. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's been sitting there.
Was anything fun or interesting together,
Just opened that
and
a couple hours
we
ago.
really, a lot of the things that we had loved to do weren't fun anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What happened? Why is everyone doing words? What words did I use? Uh-oh, did I say something stupid? What did I say? Before I continue, let's see what people say here. What?
What?
What is going on? Oh, it's something I said. People put the chat into emotes only mode. Oh, I thought I had said something bad. And people were saying, watch your words, use your words. I was like, oh shit, okay. I thought I said something like horrible. Chat was in emotes only mode. Okay.
What did I
Thank
do
you,
wrong?
guys. That was close.
You
I
know
thought
what
I
I
made a
mean?
big mistake. Oh, great. Alright, let's try again.
I might actually do a mixer stream after this in a little bit. I don't know.
So,
We'll
at
see.
that point in my relationship, it was like around mid-2016, things were not going well,
Uh-huh.
alright? So, I was depressed. I'll be honest, I told you guys before publicly about my depression.
depression.
I suffered from depression. I was depressed, and it was a time when there was no intimacy to speak of whatsoever, and I was an idiot. I was a complete idiot. And I
Yeah,
did
let me
something
just
really
jerk
stupid
off.
behind the scenes I shouldn't have done.
First-
Why the
first
hell?
stream.
Of all the time, not to say that there's anything wrong with someone doing that in their own private space. Why the fuck was I doing it when a pre-stream was running, right? And I had a fucking things running here at the beginning of the stream. It's stupid as fuck. All right, it was one of the dumbest. It had to be the dumbest thing I've ever done. I mean, seriously, the dumbest thing I've ever fucking done. It had to have been.
Yeah.
But that being said, all right.
Oh, no. At least be
That
the
being
puppet.
Come
Come on.
The things that people say about it to this day are wrong. Now, this happened, first of all, three years ago. It was early May of 2016. People still say it was like last year, the year before. It was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, but people still bring it up like it was yesterday. They always will. I'll be 90 years old and they'll say, oh, remember that? I know. I'm never going to live it down.
You won't be 90 years old. Don't kid yourself.
What are you going to do? But the things that they say about it are such complete horseshit misconceptions that I can. First of all, Phil planned it.
I don't think you planned it, but you definitely hyped the fuck out of it to get attention from it. Look at this stupid old man look. You can't even see my eyes, but I'm doing it.
What? Phil planned it. Phil intentionally did that. On
What?
what world?
In what world? Unfortunately, the wrong fucking world, my friend.
Do you think that there would
I'm
be
not your
any
friend.
benefit
Talk about.
from me planning out something like
You got a lot of attention from it, though.
that and purposely doing it? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are
And
you
you
talking
rolled
about?
with it, just
what,
like with this
what
project.
benefit would there have been to me planning out and doing something like that intentionally? I mean,
what?
think about the insane risk involved. I could have lost my livelihood. I could have lost my ability to stream on Twitch and YouTube and make
You didn't do it on Twitch. You did it on YouTube.
do videos. I could have lost. Why would I have planned something like this? I don't understand. At
It's like
all.
watching it. It's great. It's fun.
At all. How anyone could say that? All
Is it
right.
pulling it
No,
up
it
on
was a
the screen
complete
now?
legitimate accident. That's number one. Number two, some people say, oh, well, you know, Phil did it. He masturbated in front of thousands of children.
What?
What? First of all, when do I have thousands of children?
It's like a script. You know he's gonna say. What? What?
Children on my stream ever. Never. When do I have thousands of people on my stream? Never.
Never.
What
Never.
the fuck are you talking about?
Never.
This
You'll
happened
never have
during
1,000
a
people on the
pre-stream,
stream.
which is the
That was
intro-
actually back when he had more people watching him than he does now. Not right now, but
that I run before I actually put out the
there
actual
he is, down in
content
the little
that I'm
corner
streaming.
there.
So this happened within the first, 15 minutes before I started talking. The mic was muted. There wasn't showing the screen of gameplay. It wasn't supposed to be showing me on the screen. Duh. That's why it was an accident.
Yeah.
Essentially, if I remember correctly, it was probably about 70 people top. 70.
70.
Who were actually on the stream, and most people weren't paying attention to the stream because they were just chatting amongst themselves in the stream chat because it was just playing this PS4 dashboard music while the pre-stream was going.
With the video up.
So how on earth I masturbated?
And the video's like up in the top corner over here. His camera's up here. The chat's on this side normally. So anybody who's chatting, looking at the chat, they look over, here's this little fucking dude on his gay-ass webcam jacking off.
Thousands of children? Where the fuck did that come from?
I know,
it was
right?
70 people who were early to stream, and probably 2 of them accidentally looked up at their screen and said, what the fuck is that? And
What the fuck is that?
thousands of children? Where the
What the
did
fuck is
come
that?
from? It was 70 people who were early to stream, and probably 2 of them accidentally looked up at their screen and said, what the
He
fuck?
bug-eyed. He looked at the camera and bug-eyed and then backed up. Like, what the fuck is that?
I masturbated in front of thousands of children? Where the fuck did that come from? It was 70 people who were early to stream,
Watch.
and probably 2 of them accidentally looked up at their screen and said, what the fuck
What
is
the
that?
fuck is
And then, you know, their lives changed forever. But
And their lives changed forever. What
You know
a
what I
terrible
mean?
thing to say.
that just doesn't make any sense. Some people claim that, like, I'm an exhibitionist, and it's something that I always...
What? What? Nobody says that. I'm an exhibitionist.
You know what I mean? That just doesn't make any sense.
What?
Some people claim that, like, I'm an exhibitionist, and it's something that I always used to do behind the scenes, and you know, it's just nuts. It's just fucking nuts, the things that people say. But in reality, I was in a bad time in my life. I was depressed, and I was not having a good relationship with the person.
You
who I
tried to
was
say
with
I'm
at
an
the time.
exhibitionist? I've never
We didn't
heard
really
that
see any
before in
way
my life.
out of the
No, but I
situation
don't
we
think
were
anybody
in,
has said that.
and it was painful. And I had a really dumb moment of fucking weakness, and an accident
A dumb moment of weakness.
happened. The camera was on,
The camera was on, huh?
but the mic was muted. All right,
Camera's
and
on
you
the whole
saw
time,
nothing
huh?
but from here up. All you saw was my head. That was it. It was very embarrassing, but there was not thousands of children watching.
He looks at the
All
camera.
right, and-
He looks at the fucking camera.
And
just
it
looked
was
at it.
painful. And I had a really dumb moment of fucking weakness, and an accident happened. The camera was on, but the
But
mic
he's
was
looking at the
muted.
chat.
All right, and you saw nothing but from here up. All you saw was my head. That was it.
He looks directly at the camera.
It was very embarrassing, but
He
there
looks
was
at the
not
camera.
thousands of children watching. It was about 70 people.
You guys
who
can't even
had
see
the
it.
stream
It's
on
too
at the
small.
time.
He looked at the fucking
But
camera.
the
It's
thing
really
is
weird.
that people record everything that I do, hoping for that moment. They're hoping for that moment of weakness.
not
They're
a-
hoping for that thing that you can twist or turn into something bad.
Because
So
you,
oh my god.
because you, one, you forget to record your pre-streams a lot, and two, yeah, you're an asshole. Of course, people are gonna.
We got our jackpot,
Fucking record
right?
this.
I've
It's
been
hilarious.
recording everything Phil's done for the past 7 years. I finally got my moment where now I can turn this into an internet meme, and it did. That's exactly what happened. It
Yeah, somebody jerking off is now an internet meme.
the internet meme exploded. And
It
for the
exploded. The internet meme exploded,
past 3
dude.
years, I never looked
Amazing.
it down. I doubt I ever will. But no, Phil did not
That's
masturbate in front of thousands of children. Okay, this is not.
Yeah, you. The video's gone around, dude. Everybody has seen it. A lot more people than are probably on this fucking video have seen that video of you doing that. So yeah.
This never happened. This is
never
ridiculous nonsense. Yeah,
It doesn't even need to be live for it to happen. It happened.
I
A
just
lot of
find it
people
weird.
have seen it.
because people still say that kind of stuff. Okay.
You can't say, "Oh, only 60 people were on the stream when it happened." No, people have seen it. I'm watching it again, unfortunately.
All right. At this point, that's
Exploding
about
has a different meaning
what
when
I
used
have.
with
And
mixed
I've been now
yeah.
going on for about 90 minutes.
90
Like I
minutes,
said,
yeah.
there are many other things that have been said about me over the years.
Yeah.
And the truth is that, like I said, a lot of them back in the day when it used to be about gameplay or whatever would be based off of a snippet of truth here or there. But the things that I just talked about are the major things that people always say, and they're all false. They're literally
false.
every one of them is a lie.
Everyone
And if any one of these is the reasons why you don't like Darkside Phil, you have been basing your negativity towards me on lies that were spun so people could get attention and clickbait for their videos and clickbait for their streams, and none of it.
Yes, clickbait for my streams that 8 people are watching currently. This is clickbait. Clickbait videos, clickbait stream, clickbait views, clickbait subs. Yeah.
It was ever true or based on reality, and you fell for it, you know?
No, you are an idiot.
And it sucks, because it's one thing
You're
if
dumb.
it's just going to be a meme that's a joke. It's another thing if it slanders and hurts someone's reputation.
Dude, you did it on the fucking internet.
But a lot of people don't realize this. I've been around since 2008.
Wow. Well, I've been around since 1996. Fuck you.
I've been making videos since before most major content creators today.
That's great.
And I've still lasted
gives
this
a
long
fuck?
with all the nasty slander and shit that's been said
I feel
about me.
abused.
Which is why, you know, when something happens like what just happened with you-know-who on
Pro
Twitter and
Jared.
everything,
Yeah, you know
to
who.
see me kind of get my comeuppance on someone was like, oh my god, this guy, like, he lasted that long and he comes back out of nowhere, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. Alright. Everybody who's been talking about Pro Jared and DSP or whatever the fuck, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about Pro Jared. I really don't. I don't care. He's a fucking idiot. He's a dumb fuck. So is DSP. But anybody who's trying to sit, like, a lot of these content creators like Boogie and all these other fucks who are all trying to one-up DSP on some dumb tweet that he made that's like 2 years too late. It's not epic. It's not epic. It's dumb and it's stupid. It's retarded. It's like amazing. Great job, dude. You made a tweet 2 years after. Oh, he got his comeuppance. Well, dude, you have had 8 years on YouTube. Your day will come.
So that's the deal. Now, some people want me to feel.
Because even when you're gone, if you're off YouTube, whatever, you are always going to be remembered as a piece of shit. Same thing with Pro Jared, same thing with any of these fucking YouTubers that do dumb shit on the internet. You will be remembered as a dumb fuck.
Questions from the stream chat. The bottom line is this: I can
Questions?
do that, but first of all, I'm not going to be here all night. And the second thing is, I've already told you guys what's off limits. I'm not going to talk any more about my ex, and I'm not talking about Kat. I can't. This is stuff that's personal shit, and it's not mine to
Take
talk
a
about
drink.
when it comes
Take
to
a
that
little
kind of
drink in
shit.
this
And
video.
the bottom line is, a lot of the stuff that people say has nothing to do with me anyway. Like, they're
Yeah.
pulling up personal shit about my wife from years and years ago. It has nothing to do with anything
Yeah,
present.
that she's like some crazy Michigan lady that had like some exorcist or whatever. Yeah, no one's ever really gone. No one's ever really gone.
And it's fucked up that people would even care to look it up and or talk about it
That's a bigger meme than DSP jerking off.
on my content because it has nothing to do with us right now.
Yeah,
Okay?
right now. Derek is a child.
So, what I will do, and I apologize, guys, because there's absolutely no way that I'm going to read all these shout-outs,
Yeah.
but I am going to just say, in general, thank you to the following people.
Well, I don't
Okay.
give a fuck about that. I'm going to assume the rest of the stream is just this guy fucking chugs like an ass. When someone dies, they'll be remembered for the stupid stuff. Of course. No one's ever really gone. That's it. I'm done watching this video. So, I'm probably gonna set up a Mixer account currently, right now. I'm gonna go to mixer.com. Mixer.cab. Okay. We'll see, because I haven't live streamed on my Xbox, and like that dude who wanted to be a ghost trans girl or something. I have no fucking clue. I have no clue who the fuck that is. Let me set up sign in. Is it like connected to your Microsoft account? Oh, it is. Great. I guess I gotta do this. I gotta remember what my thing. No, it's already on there. New mixer account created. Sign in. Embers. I don't even know what that is. I guess it's bits or something. What is this? Earn sparks. I got 5,000 sparks or something on level 1. How do I? The fuck? Oh, account. Let's see here. Once a month will automatically redirect your old channel to your new one for 30 days. Okay, well, I'm not gonna. Just do JC. JC. What should my mixer name be, guys? You guys are gonna kind of figure this out for me. JC underscore dot 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 forward slash forward slash. The JC. Okay, well, I guess we'll try that. The. Whoop, no space. JC. Change username. Watch, it's not gonna work. Yes, change. That is my new username. It worked. Surprisingly. Okay, let me get my Xbox. Let me get my Xbox charger thing or whatever. Now the thing is, dudes, I probably won't have a camera going on it because I don't know how to set up a camera for. I wonder if it's just probably just a webcam. Maybe I might be able to just take this webcam and use that, but I don't know. What game should I play? I got. What do I have? What do I have? I have Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original Star Wars Battlefront 2. I've got Halo. I could play Halo. This way. Guess, right? Oh, I got Halo. See, everybody's got fucking Streamlabs in their fucking shit, and I don't. So I got Halo. I got Skyrim. What else do I have? I have Fallout 4 on there. I got Halo Reach. I'll probably play Star Wars, but what else do I have? I got GTA 5. I can play GTA 5. What games in there? Let's see. Yeah, I don't have too much. I got a lot of backwards compatible games though that I can play. I'll probably just play Star Wars Battlefront 2. Alright, and then go to my stream or whatever. I don't know how to how to do all this stuff. I gotta go get my microphone too or whatever, my headset, because I can't hear anything. How do you broadcast? Set up broadcast. I'll end this in a second, and then I'll switch over to Mixer. So my Mixer is mixer.com/thejc. Teen stream. Wow. Change the stream title. Battlefront 2. Broadcast overlay. What the fuck is this? Oh wow, that's cool. We'll do that right there. Play with one of your viewers. Share your controller. That's interesting. Let me go get my headset real quick. I don't think I'm gonna do webcam. But yeah, go to that Mixer thing. Hold on. Let me type it in the Discord as well. Mixer.com. No space. Go there or be a square. DSP. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. So, see you guys. Thank you for joining the stream.